All right. Thank you for being here. Let me make sure you can hear me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Um, uh, I a lot of you joined me last night for the debate. I appreciate you for being out here. And unfortunately, uh, I went over on LSA and I was doxxed. Ronetta Inez Quin, Quintero. I think I'm Afro Latino. I'm not Ronnie Hugh. I'm Ronetta uh, Inez Quin. What is that? Quintero. Okay. Okay. So that's what happened. Um, how dare them dox me? I thought we were cool. Good morning, Detach Myself. Good morning, Just Net. Did you guys hit the like button on your way in? I see a view is a view. Uh, Speaking to Terry East. Hello, hello. You too. I see Lisa Monet, Auntie Donna. I see Nova. I see M. Renee. Thank you for being here. Again, Nova. Let me see who else I see. Miss Queenie. Hello, Miss Queenie. You should be receiving something soon, Miss Queenie. Okay. T. Danielle, thank you for being here. Good morning. Okay, don't forget to vote in the poll. I know. Hey, D Cop, how are you? Good to see you. Hope everything's going good with you. Brown Sugar 74, good morning. Let me see what's going on up here. Okay, so I have everyone. Thank you for coming out. Please hit the like button. Detroit 313, I missed you. Good morning as well. And I want to thank you all for being here. And I also, Truth and Reason, good morning. Hood Scriptures. Every time I see your name now, I have to laugh at how I always mess up your name. Good morning, Aisha. Good morning, the real K Fit. It is so good to have you guys here. Mike Lewis, Joyce Goodwin. Great. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me see. Um, how are you anyway? Are you speaking to me? Well, I'm doing quite well. I'm glad it's Friday. Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday. Half of you probably don't even remember that song. Thank God it's Friday. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night, living it up at last. Do you guys remember that Friday song? What's another Friday song? Thank God it's Friday, living it up Friday night. Okay, what is another Friday song? Good morning, life. Life is good 73. Uh, he's like, you guys like, are those Friday songs? That's before my time. Okay, are you guys hear me? Is anyone there? Yes, I remember that song. Just got paid Friday night, but something, something, feeling right. Mood is shaking, all booty shaking, all around. Okay, I remember that song too. That was the jam. Okay, Ronnie Q, when you get a chance today, look up the short film entitled Auntie Mabel on YouTube and tell me what you think of it. Okay, let me write that down. I will do that and we'll chit chat about that Monday. Auntie Mabel. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay. Changes words. What are the words, View? Did I mess up the words? I'm good to mess up the words in the song. Good morning. Just read my book. Check the mirror. I'm looking fly. Something my posse. I forgot. Jump in my ride. Radio bumping. A monster jam. Feel the rhythm. Something, 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 feeling so good. Don't you know we're just moving to the beat? I'm tired of this something ghetto parties. Why don't you get on down now? Just got paid Friday night. When Johnny Camp was found unalived, I think. I did not. You okay? You people who are saying I messed up the words. He said he was tired of ghetto parties. You know, he wasn't taking his fat wallet to no ghetto party, and you know, shit, he just got paid. He was going to the club. Okay, pump up the sound. Feeling so good. Don't you know I'm just moving to the beat? I'm tired of these ghetto parties. Why don't you get on down? Get on down, down. Just got paid Friday night. Something, something. What's that something, something? See, y'all don't know either. Tired of the ghetto, not the ghetto parties. I better change my avatar then. Okay. Good morning, Dominique Devereaux. See, y'all don't know the words either. Okay, let me drop my link. Let me drop my link. I dare somebody to come up here and do that little chorus. You don't even have to sing it. You can just uh, state it. Okay, you're more than welcome to come up here and prove me wrong that he did not say, "I'm tired of these ghetto parties." Hey, Candy, why don't you get on down? Get on down now. Just got paid. I don't know. So it's only three Fridays songs. Friday, thank God it's Friday. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night, living it up at last. And just got paid. Friday night. Oh Lord, I didn't forget the something, 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 something. Okay, you know, mm, okay. Not tired of these ghetto parties. You know, when you broke, you got to go to the ghetto parties. You can't, you can't sit up and, pay entrance to the club and pop bottles and all of that stuff. So shit, if you're unpaid, you must, you must go to house parties. Put a nickel on the needle type parties. Okay, so you guys don't know nothing about that. Okay, excuse me. Pam knows something about that. Pam, you remember you had to put a nickel on the needle to stop the record from skipping? But these retro people, they're back into buying albums and things like that. Uh, I'm pretty sure they have more. Well, some people use old record players, but yeah, remember you had to if you bought a single, it was a little small record, and you put the yellow piece of plastic in there, and that allowed you to read the hole that a whole album would go in. It was a little disc that you put in the big fat hole of the single, and you slide it over the metal thing. Oh, and didn't you feel so good and mature if you were able to stack several records and have them to drop down, like when one record get done and and then the next record would fall. And I remember I used to put like two or three records on that I wanted to hear, and because on Saturdays, we cleaned the house and we listened to music. That was a real thing in our house. We cleaned the house on Saturdays and we listened to music. And then if you didn't put the records on right when it got done with the first album, and then it was time for the second album to drop, all of the all of the albums would drop down. So I felt so accomplished when I was able to load the record player up and the next album would drop and you didn't have to go back and fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's the small things in life. The LPs. Yes, it is the small things in life. I just love the sound of a record. Yes, that going around. Yeah, nothing like it. Okay, I see nobody's relating. Oh, Zero Lightness said, "Yep." She said, View said, I know, Lordy. Yeah, it's the small things. Okay. Y'all had all the good singers: Luther, Anita, Vesta, Angela Winbush, Patty, Patty Austin, Patrice Russian, uh, Phyllis Hyman. Who else did we have? Mickey Howard. Yeah, a lot of good singers. I like the way you move around. You look. Oh, okay. Let me see. I like the way you move around, and I don't see where that fits in. I I like the way you move around. You look so sweet when you're moving to the beat. I'm tired of these boring parties. Why don't you get on down, down? Just got paid. I don't see where I like the way you move around comes in. I think you added that. I like the way you move around. Well, no, that don't fit, Dominique. You could be right, but it doesn't fit in the music I used to play in my head when that song came on. I'm just saying. Okay. Dominique Devereaux got it right. Because she dispelled the ghetto parties thing. Okay. I'm tired of these boring parties. Why don't we get on down? Get on down now. Okay, y'all didn't come here to hear me butcher uh, Johnny Kemp's song. I know Johnny Kemp did pass away, but I didn't know if it was at the demise of someone else. Nobody won. We heard Rambling and Lying. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cruiser. Oh, the trailing off and the uncompleted thought. Oh my God, it was really bad. When you look at it, the way Biden was just trailing off and wasn't completing his thoughts, mumbling, and the only thing that was missing from that debate last night was Joe Biden yelling, "Get off my lawn!" I think I know who Donald Trump is going to choose for his B thing. I think it would be Horse Gum Tim Scott. He has to secure the black votes since we are losing black jobs. The fuck? I hate him. The lady that died recently, uh, what was her name? The lady who that died recently. Uh, I wait a minute. What do you mean the lady that died recently? In what context? Angela Bofield, yes. Shantae Moore is a good ass singer. If you guys are not up on Shantae Moore, I'm telling you that she is a fabulous singer. Um, uh, I maybe not a lot of you were around. I think Shantae Moore came out in the late '80s. I think she was pre-90s. Yes, she was in the late 80s. Shantae Moore's been around that long. And if you have never heard her first two CDs, Treat Yourself, she is a fabulous singer, and she had some really good music. Okay, because I was thinking about one of her songs, and I was like, "Oh no, that's Shantae Moore," but I was thinking one of her songs was an Angela Bofield song. But Ronnie Q singing my kind of songs, somebody that ran into some money around here. Oh, you ran into some money? Dollar sign Ronnie Q. Okay. Yeah, Angela Bofield just passed. Let me see what else are you guys talking about. I just remember always getting in trouble for trying to touch the needle as a little kid. What did you guys used to call your stereos when you were a kid? He drowned. I think he was on a cruise. Are you saying Johnny Kemp drowned? Dominique, I have a record player. My stepdad left me, and my husband, his very large record collection is full of jazz, classical, Latin, opera, and some R&B. Good morning, Wear Me. Are you saying that Johnny Kemp was the one who drowned? Rachel Morning? I don't know who that is. Most other countries have young people in office or middle aged, not seniors in nursing homes. Yeah, it is just really, really unfortunate. And now it's too late for them to see the error in their ways. Okay. No, little Marco is going to be VP. Okay. Uh, t- did you guys? Let me see. Let me see if I can find this. Tim Scott is such a buffoon. I tell you. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this little snippet of this interview. Oh, yeah. Tim Scott is really a buffoon. Now, there was when he announced his run for president. I don't know if any of you noticed that he gave accolades. You know, gave his mom a shout out, and then he started talking about another important woman in his life, and he said, the things that she taught him, and uh, all of these types of stuff. And he had two bouquets of flowers, and it was an older white lady, who the second woman who he was talking about. I can't remember the connection to him, but then after his speech, they had both women approach the podium, and he was going to give them flowers, and he bypassed his mother and gave the white lady the flowers first, and he gave his mother the flowers second. Did anybody see that? Let me see if any of you saw that or anybody noticed that. After commentary was beautiful, CNN was saying they heard from Democrats that Biden should step down and the party is in danger. See, okay, so you see, this is what I'm saying. See, because they sidelined anybody who wanted to primary Donald Trump, and the DNC, sidelined everybody. They wanted to be playmakers to make sure. people like Gavin Newsom wouldn't primary Trump. I mean Biden and all of this type of stuff. Now they're wishing for a way to get a person like Gavin Newsom in for Trump. I mean Biden, but there's no way they can do that. Even Gavin Newsom is like, no, I'm not going to turn my back on him. You can't turn your back on him. We're stuck with him. Okay. Okay, of you, I couldn't type fast enough to say no. The hell you didn't. Kim had been a passenger on a cruise ship. He fell, lost his balance, and drowned. He fell, lost his balance, and drowned. I assume you mean in the swimming pool. Radio, 8-track player, stereo, TV. We were doing the damn thing. Ugly as hell. Okay. My record player was a Crowley. Okay. Not CD. I'm at 8-track. Okay. I'm glad Miss Things dropped down. She has a takeover spirit. She has a not stay on topic spirit as well. Okay. I had a good radio. You ain't had no CD player view. Okay. We had what we used to call them back in where I was from. I was from the Midwest. We called it, oh, but we got a I'll call it a stereo system for Christmas one time, and it was so nice. Of course, my father bought it because my father loved music, and he bought us one. And I can't remember what brand it was, and it had the tall speakers, and it could bump and everything. We called it component system. That's what we called it back then, a component system. It played the 8 tracks and the whole 9 yards. Was it 8 track? Yes, it was an 8 track. That it wasn't a cassette tape when we got ours. He passed in 2015. Stereophonic. Rachel Farrell, another heifer who can sing your socks off. Ronnie Q needs Friday night spending money. You're crazy. Okay. Dollar sign Ronnie Q. Okay, so I met Phyllis at Blues Alley in DC. Good morning, youngest. I hope your week went well. Okay, so I'm gonna need Biden to get Dovey for the next debate. She'll be a translator. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Biden was up there speaking some Dovanese and them run off sentences. Oh my God. Yeah, so that was a mess. That was truly a mess. And so I don't think that invigorated anybody who said that they weren't voting for Biden. I don't think that invigorated anybody who, at all, at all. I think it really depressed the people who were actually voting for him, no matter what. And then they want to lull you. Well, it's okay. The president doesn't make all the decisions, and but the no, no, no. Whether the president has to be alive, he has to set up an agenda for what he wants the government to do for you. But when you really look at it, did Trump put out any policies that he wanted to enact? No, he didn't. He had a lot of grievances. Had a lot of complaints. He praised Vladimir Putin to death, and he told a lot of lies. So there was no vision for what he would do in office as well. So none of that was talked about by either candidates. Well, I think Biden had a better grip on policy when he could get it out. But he had a June cold, and summer colds are really the worst one. So they were saying that he was just getting over a cold, and that's why his voice was weak and all of that type of stuff. But yes, it was just really, really bad. Biden could be on a respirator, a ventilator, and need a carbonator. I'm still voting for him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we had a BSR. Okay. Now, I can't find that interview of. I'll find it. Hey, Big Set. Good morning, Very Carey. Gavin should run as an independent candidate. Now, I don't understand why it takes so much money to run, uh, but I'm pretty sure his coffers would be full after seeing the dismal performance that And have we passed the date that the candidates have to get on the ticket? Robert Kennedy is running, and he's still running, but he was unable to get his name on the ticket in every state. So a lot of people are going to waste their vote on him in states where they can as a protest vote against Biden. Okay, so and he's not even on the ballot in all 50 states. I think we're beyond the date that you have to have your name on the ballot. That's why I think Gavin Newsom cannot even be considered a viable candidate. Am I wrong? Are we past the date? Does anybody know? Because I remember recently they were talking about if Kennedy was going to be able to get his name on the ballot in several states in time. So I don't know. He got better towards the middle to the end. Okay, so he had to warm up. It was like bad, kind of like all throughout, and the way they were so staunch on his time is very true. When it was time to end, they didn't allow him to complete a thought or a sentence. Well, he had rambling thoughts, so they could have been there forever if they waited on that. But they continued to allow Trump to talk off the mic, and you could still hear what Trump was saying when he was talking off the mic, off his turn. They wouldn't interrupt him. Uh, and there should have been, they would not interrupt him. His mic was off. You could still hear Trump talking through their mics instead of muting all the mics. You could still, Trump still got his crazy message out. So it was a mess. It really was a hot mess. The 8 track was short lived. I can't remember how many years the 8 track was around for a little time, and those things used to get so wonky, especially if you left the 8 track in the car. Good morning, Cola James. Good morning, Spicy Dicey. There goes the election. I don't. I really hope not. I really hope not. Now, all of this, the Democrats are so bad on messaging. The Democrats are so bad on messaging. The Democrats are going to have to get out here and they're going to have to talk about a lot of uncomfortable things. Like that Project 25 that nobody even questioned about. The Democrats are going to have to bring out the facts, which are actually doom and gloom. Okay, you want everything. Oh, what candidate did that? Uh, that did that political ad years ago uh, with the mushroom cloud, and they got a whole lot of. Oh, I think that was even before Clinton and Reagan. I forget what's the name of that political ad with the mushroom cloud blowing up and it was like a real doom and gloom type of ad. These are the type of advertisement that political ads that they're going to have to shock the people with. They're going to have to shock the people into the reality of what this It's not the Federalists. The who is over that Project 29? The that think tank that's over Project 25, they're going to have to shock them into reality about this Project 25 thing. And they're going to have to shock them into how many people on the Republican side is already on board for this. And they're going to have to shock them into reality about how this is going to be detrimental to stripping away all of your constitutional, well, I don't know all of them, but many of them of your constitutional rights, protections, and all of this type of stuff. So they're really going to have to tell the truth. No third party candidate at this point. That's guaranteed win for Trump. Not sure of the date, but I do think it is too late. Yeah, I'm not sure of the date too, but I think it's too late too. Okay. Beto just sounded good. He can't beat Greg Abbott. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But he was in Texas. I just wanted that draft nonsense gone. That draft nonsense is not going anywhere. We are in more. The world is in more conflicts than it was right before World War II. So, that's why they, in my opinion, instated that draft. And now somebody said that didn't pass. That did pass. That passed with a bill. Dominique Devereaux, I think you were the one who said that draft re- that draft didn't go through. Yes, it did in fact go through. Yeah, Wu Chow is. I do think it's too late for a third party candidate anyway, and everybody wouldn't be on board with it. Okay. Yes, the Republicans are better at messaging. The Koch brothers are behind the project 2025, I believe. No, it's the Heritage Foundation, I think. Oh, but the the other Koch brother passed away, but I think the Heritage Foundation is an extension of the Koch brothers. You may be right. Yes. So they're gonna have to start talking about shit that's in that. Some ugly the Heritage Foundation. I just got to I just got to your comment, truth and reason. Thank you. But they're gonna have to do something about their messaging, and they're gonna have to, because they want you to think that this is the most important election, but you have to do your research because nobody's saying the ugly things that are being cooked up on the other side for to tear down democracy under the guise of we need to peel back things in the constitutions and take rights away from the U.S. citizens to enact these draconian style laws and rule with an iron thumb type of thing. They really need to get ugly with it because it's a really ugly thought. If you want us to feel that this election is so important because of the things that they have planned on the other side, you have to tell us what they have planned on the other side. People will be like, I cannot even believe this. And we have to wake up, you have to wake up all these gays for Trump and stuff. The Heritage Foundation, the guy who is discussing what we should do with the gay people, he said, well, they had a good idea in Germany. They used to just put them in jail. And see, nobody's widely talking about what some of these draconian style rules and thinkings are. This is a person who is over the study about what you can do to make gays go back in hiding and to usurp any gay rights. So, gays want all this power in different places, and think it's all good. People fought and died, and it's time. You may be right back at the precipice of having to, go back underground. and you remember what happened when you were underground. Maybe some of you don't know the history. See, gays think it's all gravy. Oh, I can walk around in my high heels. I can do this. I can do that. I can do whatever I want to, and don't understand what it took to get you to the point where you are today. And you so unconcerned about anything else. Gay is the be all that ends all, and blah 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 blah. Well, if you're not fighting for your rights, okay, you're gonna lose them, just like everyone else. So people need to be awakened by these facts, and I'm not kidding. Okay. Look, having a third party candidate is wishful thinking at this time. Uh, would be a vote for Agent Orange. Put on your grown women in a panties on a reality check and vote for the lesser of the two evils. The Democrats needs to start having a fucking backbone. I agree with you. Thank you, Miss Toby. Let me buy you a drink. We used to put gay people in jail too, and we are at the verge of doing that again. And a lot of people do not even know this. A lot of people don't know that this is what they have planned. A lot of people don't know that this is in the writings of this Heritage Foundation. If Trump gets in, get ready for the whites only signage to surface. They need to be real and the goal to enslave us. I hate those people. And I definitely agree. Uh, uh, white white hatred rose under Trump, and they actually you heard him talk about black jobs that the people who are coming over the border are taking black jobs as if uh, the only jobs that blacks are able of having is our jobs of servitude, no education, and things like that. So therefore, people who don't even speak our language are coming over and taking quote unquote black jobs, ignoring the fact that blacks excel in many fields, many jobs of engineering, doctoring, education, and all these things. See, he doesn't even think that black people hold or should hold these types of position. He thinks that black jobs are jobs that someone new to this country who doesn't even have a feel of the language or anything. He think that you're like his gardener, his housekeeper, and things like that. So let's be real clear. Okay, okay. Where we find the black jobs at? hmm That is a good question. I think the link is pinned. If anybody want to come up, Pam, you got some gummies you want to come up? Pam probably be mad. Probably mad. Pam is over there pouting. I haven't seen Pam right in a long time. Okay, so if Trump gets in, okay, get ready for the white only signage. Okay, so I would never understand people who vote against their own best interests. And you look at the red states, they are usually the poorest states in the country, but they regularly and always stay red states. Mississippi, Tennessee, uh, Alabama, all of these states are red states. West Virginia, these are poor Republican states. Uh, what other states? I don't. I think North and South Carolina are red states. Are both of those red states? Uh, yeah. It's you know, it's just really sad. And they're not all Southern states that are red states. It's just the ones that I could think about. Okay. Oh, and he gave money to the HBCUs. Uh, has that been fact checked? You're talking about Donald Trump? The he The he you're speaking about, are you speaking about Donald Trump? Okay, North Carolina is purple and South Carolina is red. Okay, thank you, the real K Fit. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Okay, no one wants to come up and talk about that. Okay, so North Carolina has voted for the Republican candidate in all but one presidential election since 1980. The one exclusion was in 2008, where polarity of North Carolinians voting for Barack Obama. Well, thank you, Cruiser. I appreciate the history of North Carolina. Miss Cruiser, you're from South Carolina or North Carolina? Obviously, North Carolina. Miss Toby, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Hey, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm okay. Well, I didn't come. Well, no, I didn't get on a platform last night. I tried to, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, I was a little disappointed in the debate, but I'm quite sure I'm not the only person that was disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you know what frustrates me too about people? People really they don't get upset until certain policies or agendas affect them. You understand what I'm saying? Like some people that might be pro, some people that might be pro life, they don't really get affected about Roe versus Wade necessarily, unless it's something down the line that might later on affect them. Because
Identity,
it's all a trickle
identity,
down, huh?
identity politics. They call that identity politics.
Yeah. So, but eventually, you have to look at it this way. Eventually, it might come down to you. I don't know.
Exactly. 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 And okay. So I don't feel good about this. I'm just going to be honest with you. I do not feel good about this. The simple fact that a convicted felon is ahead, is raising way more money than the person that we have to the top of our ticket is just like really scary. And at a time when they're talking about uh putting us in a regressive stance of how we were, take, really talking about make America great again, and all this type of stuff, when they think the greatness of America's was somewhere in the 50s before civil rights and all of this type of stuff. People better take a look at that. And people think that, oh well, we don't care if it was before civil rights. Well, look what all other rights came with civil rights. Look how many white people have sued under civil rights violation. That includes in policing and everything. So, and then the simple fact that he said more police support him than they do Biden, that is also scary. And the only reason that they're supporting him so much is because he is not taking qualified immunity off the table. Qualified immunity prevents, if you have qualified immunity, if you do something as an officer, you cannot be sued personally as long as you fall under the cloak of qualified immunity. And so there's been a lot of calls to get rid of qualified immunity under Democrats. A lot of Democrats are calling to get rid of it. Therefore, if people have some skin in the game as police officers, in the things and the brutality that they do, if they can lose their pension, if they can be sued, lose their housing and things like that, maybe they wouldn't police the way they do. But no,
Well, then, if that's the case, then I mean that's another agenda. That's another thing that Black voters should consider. I mean, how could you not consider that? And you're a Black person living in America, and you know what is the history of of the police department in our community, not only to Black folks but also to brown folks as well. So I'm shocked that people are not even thinking about that. That young Black folks or even older Black folks aren't that would be one of the agendas for me to go out and even think about, voting for this voting, because I would not never want this man back in office. But
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, and it's like a lot of stuff that they're not talking about. And remember, Babs came up last night. You may or may not remember. Babs came up last night before the debate, and she said, "I want them to talk about ask question about this Project 25." And then I said,
hmm
"Oh, I don't think they're going to ask any questions about that because of who was moderating the debate and had the questions. Because things like that does not affect them. It does not affect their family members. See, newscasters, you have to have somebody who's reporting the news, who's not, whose news organization is not bought and paid for, and will broach many different topics. See, I didn't have any faith that CNN would broach that topic, but it is a serious topic because it's a playbook that people in the Senate and the the Senate and the House are actually working on now and hoping to further enact if 45 gets in office.
But my thing is, you know how Donald like to sneak shit in. I don't understand why Biden didn't try to sneak that initiative in, so he could put it out there, so America could do a little bit more research on Project 25, because some people aren't. They don't even know anything about Project 25, because some people aren't informed. Some people not really, don't really
Now,
watch politics or policies or anything like that. So I don't even know why he didn't try to sneak that in, because that bastard would try to sneak anything in. I'm talking about in reference to Donald Trump. So I don't even know why he didn't even sneak that in and say that, well, if you vote for this man, this is an initiative that they're going to try to push, and he's for it. So I don't even know why he didn't even try to push that in.
yeah, and I didn't even know it was called Project 25 because I just read the Heritage Foundation
hmm
report about it, but I didn't know that it had been, out here as being called Project 25.
I don't know. Well, maybe we should just go out like how they did, how they did well, maybe we should push it to folks and just say, the Trump initiative, and you need to read this, because this is truly anti-black, anti-gay, just like they try to do. You know how people always say Obamacare, and when you say Obamacare,
Instead of the
I prefer that you
Affordable
say the
Care Act.
affordable. Yeah, I prefer that you say the Affordable Care Act, because some people, and I'm just talking about some people that never knew, that have a hatred for this man. They would say, "Oh, I don't want no Obamacare, but I like that Affordable Care Act." And you dummies, you don't even know that he's the one that came up with it. You know what I'm saying? Because all they hear is, "Oh, Obamacare," and I don't even want to deal with that. But what's this Affordable Care Act? Oh, I like this
Hmm.
idea, and don't even
They
have it, don't even know that it's the same thing. So maybe
they
we
ask
need to
some
push something
people.
like that then out there then. So they want to push
They
so much negativity towards so-called Obamacare.
They ask some people, "Are you for Obamacare or are you for the Affordable Care Act?" And oh no, I'm not for Obamacare, but yeah, I like the Affordable Care Act. They're the one in the same. They don't know the difference, but they have a visceral response to Obamacare. Okay,
Yeah,
somebody's in that.
yeah.
Uh, Hold on, let me bring somebody up. Okay, really, BTV.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good
girl.
morning.
Hey, I'm not driving this time, Ronnie Q, so I should be good.
Well, how you doing?
Good morning, y'all.
Come on.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. I love, I could talk about this all day, but I just want to say, like, the Project 2025 thing is scary because there's a title on it now and there's an actual manifesto connected to it. But
Mhm.
if you
Mm.
pay attention, and I'm not saying you two, I'm just saying in general. But if you pay attention to how the Republican Party as a whole has been moving over the last 12 years, what's so different about Project 2025? I mean, we see the systemic breaking down of our civil liberties. Donald Trump, when he ran the first time, said he was going to eliminate certain agencies. He didn't do it, but he said he was going to. So I don't. I guess I don't want people to get so caught up in he needs to talk about Project 2025. The only difference is that they've now put there's a manifesto connected to it. But look at the banning of books. Look at the taking away of women's rights, the taking away of LGBTQIA rights, the addition of the gun laws. Like they've been doing it for the last 12 years, right under our noses on the local level. And that goes back to what we were saying last night about paying
States'
attention.
rights.
States' rights. Yeah. I mean, they've been doing that. So, uh, yeah, there's an actual name to it now, Project 2025. But I think we're getting so caught up in that we're not paying attention to the fact that they've already been doing this.
Yeah, I understand all that, but the simple fact why it is imperative about the Project 25 now is because they plan to enact it upon the inauguration of the president who's going to be inaugurated in 2025, and the actions of liberal politicians in Washington have created a desperate need for a unique opportunity for conservatives to start undoing the damage that left has wrought and built a better country for all Americans in 2025. So if they have somebody in office who is with them on all of this type of stuff, they plan on enacting it in a wider scope, a sweeping scope in 2025. And this is our last ditch effort to fight against it being enacted not by states but by the federal government.
But I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I guess for me, I just don't see. Is it important? Yes. Is it scary? Yes. But I've been watching this happen. I mean, I don't know. Like in the state of Florida right now, I don't know if people realize in the state of Florida right now, teachers could actually go to jail if they have the wrong book in their classroom, and other states have taken that as a blueprint, and now you see it going across other states. We have Texas, we have Mississippi, we have Alabama, we have Virginia. You
You
know,
have Pennsylvania. You have Pennsylvania. I've reported on this thing
Yeah.
all
But
along.
it's
I showed this video clip of a cop going into a library asking for a certain book. The librarian didn't have it. He wanted her to go find the book, and she said, "Well, it's usually over there where they had a safe space for LGBTQ students." And he told her to go get it and all this type of stuff. And then after she wouldn't go get it from him, she was like, well, if it's not over there, I don't know where it is. And then he finally said, oh well, that's okay, we can handle this at the administrative level. They sent a
but could,
cop out. they
but
sent sent a they sent a cop out to that school to try to bully her into finding a book that they had deemed inappropriate. And let's understand the people who are deeming books inappropriate. The woman who was on the who was take taking the titles and taking certain books out. It's not just inappropriate books. It's a whole lot of books by black authors, black history, and all this type of stuff. So let's talk about the
of
importance
course,
of the books that they are taking out. I have reported on this. See, people don't like to you look at my numbers in here. I'm not talking about bullshit and all this type of shit. Don't nobody want to hear about that. People want to hear about the plot of a motherfucking who's over here talking about taking over the beef sector. But see, nobody gives a shit about these type of topics, but these type of topics need to be spoken on. You have dummies in the beef sector who will sell the beef sector out for a ham sandwich when they're supposed to be on a goddamn diet. But nobody wants to hear about something that really affects your real life and how you're going to live it. So I've talked about all of these things throughout. Yeah, at infinitum. I've shown clips and all of these things. So anything else? I'm sorry. Go ahead, ladies.
oh well, I was gonna say I understand what really B is saying, but can't we do both things? Can't we emphasize the importance
absolutely.
of a local election and not only emphasize what's going on with Project 25? Because you have to be real. A lot of people usually, some people don't even really vote in the local elections unless it's a national campaign. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No,
So,
I'm not, and I'm not saying we
yeah,
shouldn't pay attention to it. That's not what I'm saying. I think
yeah,
I guess I hope that didn't get lost. I guess what I was trying to say was this is what's been happening, and a lot of people have just had their head in the sand, and now all of a sudden, I don't know. I'm just sitting here like, why are we acting like this is new information? But I think because there is a name on it now, and there's an actual, like Ronnie Q said, there's an actual, this is going to happen on this date at this time. But I mean, I'm going back to Donald Trump when he first was elected the first time. Everything he, well, not everything, but a lot of what he said he was going to do on day one, he did.
He did, and
He
that
he
is
did.
did.
different from the
So, like,
Democrats,
Yeah, he
and,
did, and
and,
that's why,
and
and I think
that's why this
that's why it's
project
actually more important now that people can keep putting Project 25. This man actually
and
did some of the things that he
that's
said he was going
why
to do.
and that's
Because what
why
did he do? He said he
and
was going to nominate Supreme Court judges that was going to overturn versus Wade. What
and
did he
that's
do?
why
And that's what
and so
happened.
and that's why you cannot say that why is it so important now. It's so important now because they have set a start date of the inauguration day, and exactly, Trump did, and the Republicans always come through and they give their voters what they
They
say
fight
they're going
dirty.
to give
They
them,
fight dirty.
no matter
They
what.
fight
yeah, no,
and
I'm
dirty.
not saying
and
why is
they
it
and
important now.
and
I don't want
understand.
that to get
I'm just
misunderstood.
saying why it's important now. You said you don't understand, like they just have a name for it. Okay, yeah, they have a name for it, and they also have a way that they choose, that the way that they're going to enact it on election day. That's why it's so important now, and people are ignoring this.
No, no, no. I think maybe what I'm saying is being, and you're not misunderstanding. I'm not saying why it's important. What I'm saying is that's the same. It already happened. They just didn't have a name for it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I guess that's all I'm saying. What I'm
Is
saying is I don't want us to get so caught up in the name Project 2025
Well, I want us to
that
get
we
caught up
don't.
in it because it has not already happened. A whole
It
lot
did.
of
What
stuff.
I'm saying.
No,
That's
no, 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 no. It has not already happened. It's so many things that it's in this that has not happened as of yet. Some things happen on the state level, state by state, but this is on a federal level.
No, listen
So,
what I'm saying, Ronnie Q. What I'm saying is when I say it already happened, what I'm saying is on day one of when Donald Trump was elected the first time, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're saying on the day of inauguration, all these things are going to happen. What I'm saying is that's the same thing that happened 12 years ago, but everybody act like they didn't believe that Donald Trump was going to do what the heck Donald Trump said he was going to do. That's all I'm saying.
I get you.
I'm not saying we shouldn't pay attention to it. I'm
I
not
get
saying
you.
it's not important. I'm just saying I don't want people to act like, "Oh my gosh, it's not this is what they already and that's why it's so important that we do pay attention."
Okay, so now this we still have a constitution. No president can just enact policies from a random think tank. Yes, well, you know what they can do? They can enact martial law, and therefore the constitution is on hold. See, that is in Project 2025. Okay, nobody cares. Work harder. That is one of the things that you have sitting senators and people in the House of Representatives who are okay with that, who are now sitting in the House, and they feel that it would be okay if America goes into martial law and when the next president comes into power.
So,
They
and the other thing too is yes, we have a constitution, but I need yes, we have a constitution, but also people need to understand that a lot of things can happen. That first of all, the president has executive orders. The executive order is an absolute power. However, there are a lot of things that yes has to go through Congress. But right now, who has power in Congress? The Republicans. It's the same thing that
Mhm.
happened again. It's the same
But
thing that happened.
none of that makes any difference. None of that makes any
It
difference because
does, Ronnie Q.
no,
Yes, it
no,
does.
it does not. It does not make any difference
Why
because
not?
Right now, we're waiting on the Supreme Court to decide if Donald Trump was wrong and he overstepped his power as a president in calling for all the things that happened on January 6th. See, we can say all of these things what we thought were normal that we didn't have to question, and now we're waiting on his crazy Supreme Court to decide whether what he did was even he's even able to be tried for, even
Ronnie,
though
I'm
they have
agreeing
him
with
up for
you. That's
charge.
what I was saying.
But I'm
I'm
No,
just
she
agreeing
was
with
saying
a
you.
Veronica. She
you're
was
saying
agreeing.
I
you're
was agreeing with
saying
you.
no, but you're saying it's like these things are guaranteed and there's
That's not
guardrails
what I
and
said.
rules.
Veronica,
That's what it sounds like you said. It
No,
sounds
that's
Ronnie
like
not what
Q,
you're
you
saying,
saying
Ronnie
that
Q, I'm
we
Veronica.
have
agreeing with you.
okay.
I
It sounds
swear.
like you're saying that we have guardrails. We don't have to worry about this.
No, what you
No.
let me finish what I was
But
saying. What I was saying
go
was
ahead.
we have guardrails, but the guardrails are based off of the political allegiance. And what I'm saying is right now, the checks and balances in our country depend on, people doing the right thing because for the people, and that's not where we are. What the point I was saying was right now, if Trump, there's certain things he has to do, he has to go through Congress. But who has control in Congress right now? So of course the Republicans are going to do whatever he wants them to do, just like they did 12 years ago. And the same thing with the Supreme Court. He was able to stack the Supreme Court. So if anything goes through the Supreme Court, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen? They're going to back him. That's I was agreeing with you.
Okay. Okay. I was just like, everybody looked like, oh, well, we always have something in place. And I thought you were saying, like, oh, we don't have to worry about that because,
No,
no,
no, Veronica, sister. She was agreeing with you, sister.
thank you.
Ronnie Q,
Veronica
get your
be getting
coffee. Go get your
passionate, girl.
coffee, Ronnie Q.
You know she be getting
Now,
passionate,
now
girl.
look at him. Now look at him talking about if martial law was real, he could have enacted it during the George Floyd protests, but he didn't. Oh, so you think that martial law is not real? So the
Martial law is real, and
when
he did
when
enact it
they
during the George Floyd protests. What do you
when
think
what
that
do you
is
think
when they bring in the National Guard? What do you think
National
that is when they
Guards
put in
and put in curfews?
Exactly.
when they put in
What do you
curfews?
think that
That's
is?
martial law. That
That's
is what it
martial
is.
law in a small area. That is martial law. What do you mean
And
if?
that's what he did.
You don't remember during the George Floyd protests where they had the troops out at night. You don't remember the footage of protesters out fighting against the
I
the
do.
armed the armed military. Like y'all don't remember that? They
I
did
do.
call martial law.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
what
Are
do
you
you think that
okay?
is? What do you
Are
think
you
it is when they say they're going to call out the National Guards? What do you think that is?
Yeah, that's what it is. That was so he did call the martial law during the George Floyd protests right here in D.C. They had troops with the protests were out down
okay?
south where Mike Brown died Philadelphia major they did call martial law. That's what martial law is.
Cause we had truce with Freddie Gray when we had the
Yeah,
Freddie
Freddie
Gray
Gray. I
protest.
remember that. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and we had curfew for a whole damn week, girl.
Absolutely.
And we couldn't even I couldn't even go to work at
Breonna
that
Taylor.
particular time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Breonna Taylor. They had the National Guard out there. That is martial law because the National Guard is a federal agency. So whenever you see the National Guard come in, that is martial law. That is the president.
Footsteps, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong person. I'm sorry, Footsteps. Go ahead.
Right
Footsteps, I'm going to
here.
bring you back. Go ahead.
Calm down today, girl.
No, yeah, okay. No, I timed out the wrong person. But go ahead, ladies. Go ahead and finish.
Oh, well that's all I had to say. Is really be still up here?
I'm here. Did I
Yeah.
drop down?
No, you're
Oh
still here.
no.
I'm here.
Oh, you got quiet on us.
No, she was fussing with the people in the chat. Chat. I was just being
No,
quiet.
I knocked off the wrong person.
I went to
Stop
go get
it.
her a latte. I went to go
I
buy
was
Ronnie Q a latte so she could.
yeah, I was letting footsteps in the dark know I'm about to bring her back.
Oh,
Or
okay.
him or her back. Okay. So go ahead. What else you want to talk about as far as
So when's the next debate, y'all? Do y'all know?
September, I think. I don't think it's until
Well,
September.
Oh
I hope
God.
Joe. I hope. Oh Lord, I hope. Well, I think September is too far, but it is what it is.
I
I
could be
I
think
hope.
wrong. I,
so.
I could be wrong. When I looked it up yesterday, that's what I thought I saw, but I
I
could be
hope.
wrong. It may
Well,
be
I
another
hope
one
he
before
does a
then.
lot of. I hope he practices a lot.
I think we didn't get a lot of. I think we used to having a lot of like primary debates, but because both candidates pretty much walked into the nomination, we didn't really get a lot of.
Mhm.
I don't think we got. I don't think we got any
Mhm.
Democratic primary. Did we get any Democratic primaries?
No, because he wasn't primaried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
then I think it was one or two Republican, but no, I don't. I mean, I didn't watch them to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch it, but I
And
think there was one or two, maybe. I
yeah,
think
but it was one or two, and none of them were attended by Trump either because he was caught up
because he
in
knew
all
he
these court
right. He knew he
cases.
was gonna win. Right.
No,
Yeah.
but he was
So are
caught
we
up in
gonna
all
have
these
at
court
least one
cases.
vice president debate? At
Yeah,
least
we should
one.
have a. Yeah, we should. But Trump has to name his vice president first. He said he wasn't going to name his vice president until the convention. So, so once he
Mm.
names his vice president, then we'll see. Then I'm gonna take back what I said last night. He might choose Scott. He might.
I think
Last
he's
night I
gonna
said I
choose
didn't
a.
think so, but he might.
I think he's gonna choose. Well, I said in a chat. I think he's gonna choose a black man.
If
That's
it's
just
gonna be a
my.
black
Well,
man, it's gonna be Scott.
it's gonna be Tim Scott. That's the only
Yeah,
black man that he would viably be choosing right around this time.
yeah. And I think you're right because he thinks that it's just that easy to get the black vote. I mean, it's the same guy that thought making sneakers were gonna make black people vote for him. I mean, like it's just
Gold sneakers.
yeah. I mean, just
But he's definitely not it though. And then I think the
well,
reason why I
yeah.
said that because he was on Fox News this week, was it this week or whatever, and he showed us his fiance. He sported her out, with her blonde hair and blue eye. No offense
Hmm.
to anyone that in the chat that might be white, but that was just a play in politics to
And
cater
then
to.
the big announcement that he may be his father soon, trying to get you to just think, oh well, she's having a baby. But what about his staunch Christian values that has him in his 30s or 40s and never been married because he has staunch
Child,
Christian values and he's better pals
Child.
with Lindsey Graham than we think. He just hadn't found the right woman.
I was gonna
Now
say we
when
know
he
why he
does
ain't. We know why he ain't
girl,
had it.
now
child.
now
I was about to
now
say
when
that
he
too, really big. I don't
now
know.
We
when
I don't know.
know.
When I was watching, the woman looked like she did have hair growing on her face like a beard,
now
but I
now when
digress.
he now when he does now when he does find the white woman, she is married, have children of her own, and then all of a sudden he may be a father soon. And then so if you break down into to the story, they're trying to make it appear that he may have impregnated this woman, but now it seems like they were using a play on words that he will have stepchildren. I mean, all of it is just icky. And let's discuss what has not been discussed also. Trump's spiritual advisor has been
Hmm.
found. I don't even think he was charged of SAing a 12-year-old. This is Trump's spiritual advisor.
Right.
See, nobody's talking about things like that.
Right, but see again, that goes back to what Miss Toby was saying in the chat about the Democrats, and I think you said it too, Ronnie Q, about the Democrats working on messaging. Remember when Barack Obama's pastor said GD America, oh my gosh, you would think that that was the worst thing to ever be said. And oh my gosh, and Donald, I mean, first of all, Barack Obama was a Muslim. And then after they couldn't sell that, then it was, oh, but look at his pastor. Look what his pastor said in a sermon 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, this is the church he goes to. Remember, they made such a big deal about his pastor, but like you said, nobody's talking about this. This man admitted to, and it's not just one, but it's two of Trump's spiritual advisors, people that he called, quote unquote, gets, his spiritual guidance from, have admitted to these things. And like you said, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's bringing that up. Nobody's addressing that.
Nobody. Okay, I'm gonna share a clip with you guys right quick about that. Okay, let me see. Okay, here it is. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys after this commercial is over with. I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't heard about this story because I was shocked. Oh, they got two commercials. One second.
It must be a Jay Wilson video with two commercials.
Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen. Jay Wilson video. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys real quick.
Pastor of a megachurch who Donald Trump chose to serve as his spiritual advisor has been accused of molesting a 12-year-old girl, and now he's partially admitted to it. Robert Morris, currently the pastor at Gateway Church in Texas, last week a woman named Cindy Clemishire accused him of sexually abusing her when she was just 12 years old back in 1982. At the time, Morris was the pastor at Shady Grove Church in Grand Prairie, Texas, and Shady Grove, sadly, it apparently was. The abuse allegedly began when Morris was already married and working as a traveling evangelist. The pastor in his early 20s became Clemishire's family friend and stayed with the family when he preached at their Oklahoma congregation, she said. Clemishire says that Robert Morris asked her to come into his room when he stayed with her family for Christmas in 1982. She was 12 and he was 20 at the time. She said Morris molested her and then ordered not to say anything about his behavior, quote, because it will ruin everything. The sexual contact escalated to rape by instrumentation over the following 5 years, Clemishire claimed. Eventually, she confided in a close friend. Then Morris's wife found out and he stepped down from the ministry, but only for a brief while. He eventually returned to the church and founded Gateway Church in 2000, turning it into one of the country's largest megachurches with an estimated weekly attendance of 100,000, according to the church. Cindy says she's been telling her story for years and even tried to sue Morris in 2005, but was never able to draw much attention to the story. Finally, after a blog that brings attention to sexual abuse in the church called the Wartburg Watch shared her story on Friday, it caught on. And on Sunday, Morris responded. Quote, when I was in my early 20s, I was involved in inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady in a home where I was staying. It was kissing and petting and not intercourse, but it was wrong. This behavior happened on several occasions over the next few years. In March of 1987, the situation was brought to light and it was confessed and repented of. I submitted myself to the elders of Shady Grove Church and the young lady's father. They asked me to step out of ministry and receive counseling and freedom ministry, which I did. Since that time, I've walked in purity and accountability in this area. 2 years later, in March of 1989, I stepped back into ministry with the full blessing of the elders and her father, according to Morris. So to be clear, what that statement clarifies is that the church knew about his abuse at the time and still let him return. Then, in 2016, Morris was part of Trump's Evangelical Executive Advisory Board, the campaign announced in a news release at the time. Trump also held a roundtable at Gateway's Dallas campus in 2020, and Morris led a prayer before the event. Trump cannot choose anyone that doesn't have a shady, horrible criminal history, or at least one of complete immoral background. It's almost without fail. Morris has not been criminally charged, but Texas's statute of limitations does not cover sexual offenses committed against a child, and her lawyer says they're still exploring possible options. Quote, Pastor Robert has been open and forthright about a moral failure he had over 35 years ago when he was in his 20s prior to him starting Gateway Church. He has shared publicly from the pulpit the proper biblical steps he took in his lengthy restoration process. Elders at Gateway Church said, lengthy, 2 years. 2 years, and then he was right back telling other people how they should live. And for some reason, people are fine with following him. And those steps apparently, by the way, did not include getting the young lady herself to forgive him. And it seems actually not her family either. Clemisher told the Daily Morning News that her family never condoned Morris's return to the ministry, despite his claim to the contrary. Quote, "We don't believe anyone that's done anything like this should be an overseer to anyone in any industry, but especially in the church," Clemisher said. As for whether she found Morris's public apology to be earnest, Clemisher struck it down. Quote, "I just don't think it's repentant when someone calls a 12-year-old a young lady and tries to just dismiss what happened as just some heavy petting. I don't believe that's repentance. There's no child on earth that any person should ever do that to. It's just unacceptable. There is zero excuse." I obviously 100% agree. Cenk?
Thanks for watching. Our audience
Hello.
I'm here.
There's the story that has not been covered, and that is Trump's spiritual advisor.
That's the first time I ever heard of it.
Of course.
And to say that a 12-year-old is a young lady,
Mm-hmm.
that's a
Right.
child.
And then
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
say that the father agreed to him returning after 2 years when the father did not do so, all of this.
Yeah. Lies, lies, lies. Yep.
Hmm.
But that's without, and I understand that that's a sensitive subject, so the Democrats would have to be careful in how they did it. But there's a way to 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 make that known without being insensitive. It sounds like she wants to talk. It sounds like she wants to tell her story. Let her tell her story. Put her on a national stage and let her tell her story. You know what I mean? She said she's been trying to tell a story for 30 years.
You're right. Put her on the national stage and draw the connections to Trump.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
let's be clear, if he did it with her, there are other victims.
I was about
There
to
are
say
other
that too,
victims.
really did. I was about to say that too. I
There are
don't
other
believe that.
victims.
I don't believe that that child was the first. She
She
might have
wasn't.
been the first, but she might. I know she wasn't the last. Rather, she might have been the
She
first,
sure
but definitely
wasn't.
not the last.
And that's another reason why you put her on a national stage. Let other people come forward and tell their story. Hmm.
And then they said it went on for 5 years.
Right.
5 years. Five
Right.
years.
So that's not a lapse in judgment. That's a decision.
Hmm. And he wasn't just a young man. He from the ages of 20 to 25, so the age of 12 to 17.
17.
17.
That's I don't care. 17 to me is that's still a child. You're not an adult.
It's
Absolutely, it's still a
12
child.
through 17, yes, and he
Yeah,
ruined her childhood. He
her
ruined her
childhood.
childhood.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Beans and cornbread, it's all lies. What's all lies, beans and cornbread? That story isn't a lie. I think you talk, I don't know, beans and cornbread trying to be a contrarian. But
No,
yeah.
no. They say heavy patting my ass, meaning that they
Oh,
know it was more than just
oh,
heavy patting.
Of course. And
yeah. Heavy petting is
even if it
all
And
was
lies.
even if
heavy
it
petting,
was, that's still wrong. Even if it was,
right,
Yeah.
that's still
exactly.
wrong.
And
Exactly.
he did a lifelong he did a long rehabilitation, 2 years that he had to step down, and then they put him right back over to church, and look where he is now. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the media doesn't report that Trump converted to Judaism in his presidency. I didn't know that. But what I don't even know what difference does that make, because the Christian right wouldn't be behind them. Is that what you're saying?
When did Trump convert to Judaism?
That man, I don't believe that man has a spiritual bone in his body. That's just my
Well,
opinion.
he definitely did. I think
I
they're
don't know
saying the
anything about
religious
that.
right
That flew
wouldn't
over my
support him
head.
or something. Yeah. Trump is a Zionistic protector of Israel. Then Biden would be as well.
Mm.
Pull up the article from the Christian magazine. It has the lady response and her comments. We already heard the lady's response and her comments in that story that I just played for you. One second, ladies. Here's from the master scraping on the door, trying to get out of the room. Hold on. You talk among yourselves.
Is that the puppy?
Who Ronnie Q the dog?
I guess that's the dog's child.
Yeah, I gotta get up and walk mine soon because she looking at me like I'm
Ooh,
ready to go
that's why I don't
outside.
have no pets. I don't want the responsibility.
Huh?
I said that's why I don't have no pets. I don't want the responsibility.
Really be I can't imagine not having a house with a pet with any pets. I'm an only child, so I've always had pets in the
Oh
house.
no, mm-mm. I have
Mm-hmm.
siblings. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I always had pets
Girl,
in
I
the
had a
house.
dog for 3 months. I gave her back.
What? That's so
Mm-mm.
cruel.
Why is
Yeah,
that
Oh, that's
yeah.
cruel?
Girl,
cruel.
I had a
She went back to a good home. No, no, no. What happened was I had gotten her from my hairdresser's daughter, and my hairdresser's daughter,
mhm.
she 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 made a rash decision and she regretted it. And I took the dog because they were gonna, take the dog to the pound or whatever to a rescue. So I took the dog thinking, oh, I want a dog, I want a dog. My lifestyle is not conducive to a pet. I think a fish would die in my household. I'm never home.
Well, you're right. If you're never
Okay,
home, you're
well
not.
then
You.
I'll take that back.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it,
right, you
it got
shouldn't
to the
be a fur
point where,
mommy.
yeah, by the time I leave work, even if I come straight home from work, like I couldn't go to the grocery store after work, I couldn't go to happy hour after work. Like I was just, that's it. I gotta go home and
No,
watch the
see,
dog. I ain't like
um,
that.
um, you can actually go to happy hour after work because I've done it plenty of
Mm-mm,
times.
mm-mm, no, mm-mm.
But see, you know what? Let me take that back because you're in a classroom. So see, when I was working, I could leave and come as I please. So I would go home sometimes. If I
Oh
knew I was
yeah, see,
going
I
out
can't
And
for
do
let
happy
the
that.
hour,
dog
I would
out.
come home.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would come
Yeah,
home and let the dog out, and then I would go. And my office was like 15 minutes away from my house, and then I would just go back home, and then I would go to happy hour. So yeah, I would
I
do
mean
that.
that's
So
why I didn't have no
I'll take that
kids. I
back.
don't want no responsibilities. Mm-mm.
And I see. I
Mm,
could.
mm,
I've had dogs since I've been in my 20s, and I had my first dog, adult dog. She was a puppy, and so I had to go. I would, be able to leave and go and check on her, take her out, in midday or whatever, whenever I wanted to, and go back to work. And so, the older she got, the more she was able to be okay in my 8 hour work week. But if I would work overtime or something, I would go and, let my dog out. And, that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a hindrance to me. So people who don't have that luxury, I can
Yeah.
understand how hard it
And
would
I
be
love
for.
dogs.
yeah.
I want a dog. I do want a dog. I'm not gonna lie, but right now, I'm just listen. I know people say people they be talking about me. School let out. My last day of work was whatever, like maybe two. I don't know. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
Hmm.
I done already been on 3 trips, and I'm about to
You
go. I'm
sure
about to get
have,
on.
girl.
I'm about to get on
You
a
sure
flight.
have.
Yeah, and I'm about to get on a flight Sunday. I'm gonna be gone a week. I don't have time for no. I ain't got time for no pets.
Girl, when the
We,
yeah, girl, when the summertime
we,
hit, Willie be on the go, y'all. Y'all should.
This
I'm telling you,
I
go to
tell
her
my students.
channel.
I tell my
we,
students I work so I can pay for my vacations. That's why I'm here to pay for my vacations.
I'm like just net. We go to pet friendly hotels. We were talking about, how much and what you got to do to have your dog flown. I
Mm-mm,
Now
mm-mm,
see, it's hard to fly now because Rascal is big. He's too big for his carrier to fit under the seat. So
mm-mm.
me and my
Ronnie Q, if
husband.
I got paid for a dog, I can't be in first class. They're gonna take my first class upgrade.
No, as long as your dog can fit in under the seat,
No, no. What I'm saying is the money that I would spend flying
it's
my
not that.
dog is the money that would go towards my first class ticket.
No, it's not that expensive. It's only like 100 to it's under $200,
Mm,
depending on what airline you fly each way.
mm.
So
Right,
this
that's
is
$300. You said 100 to
listen,
150.
Willie be
yes,
saying, no, I'm not spending that money. That's my money for my trip. I could spend on drinks or
Right.
something. That's what she's saying, child.
Exactly, Miss Toby.
no, it's
That's
just
what,
figured into the cost. It just figured into the cost. And we stay at
that's
pet
what
friendly
she's saying,
hotels.
child.
we pay, it may be a little more, but we always find pet friendly hotels.
Mm-mm.
When we
Mm-mm.
looking up the hotel, it's always pet friendly. So, uh,
Mm-mm.
like we do a
Yeah,
lot
I,
of
Mm-mm.
I
road
do.
trips.
Yeah, I do. If I do go somewhere, I do pet friendly hotels. But if I don't, then she'll
So then
just
that
go to
mean
the
while I'm on
border.
vacation, so while I'm on
She'll
Now,
just
vacation, I gotta walk the dog and all that stuff too.
of
she'll
course,
just go to
now
the
when we
border.
Wow.
we uh, we
Mm-mm.
our dogs have been to the border twice. One time,
Yeah.
we had driven somewhere, and one of my husband's friend's house, and then we took a road trip, a day trip. Well, it was an overnight trip, and so we put the dog in the border, and I was like so nervous and stuff. And then we recently went to Las Vegas, and so we put them both in a with a border, and
Hmm.
I really don't like it.
Oh,
I
see,
would rather.
my groomer is my border.
Okay, so that's
Hmm.
different.
Yeah,
So
so that's totally
find
different. Yeah, my groomer
we
is my border.
we had to find a border. So I was just like, oh, I don't like it. How are they gonna interact with these other dogs and all of that and worried and
Pepper,
stuff.
stop it, Pepper.
See,
I'm
look, look,
sorry.
look. Pepper said you
Mm-mm.
talking about me. You talking about me.
Oh,
They
Pepper is
know
the cat.
they know when you're talking about them.
Yeah, Pepper is the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Pepper's the cat. My bad. I know. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I love dogs, and I do want one, but I'm gonna have to just wait till my
Pepper,
lifestyle slow down. That's all.
Look at
Pepper.
Fran said ain't no pet friendly nightclubs though.
Exactly, friend. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, it's a trip, but it's just like I'm so used to it. I remember I had two dogs, one of them had passed away, and then when the second dog passed away, I was like, I'm not getting any more dogs because it was just so hard, when the second one passed away. It was
Mm-hmm.
hard when they both passed away. And then, after the second one passed away, I'll be like laying on the couch or something, and I'll reach down to pet the dog, and then I remember the dog's not there. It's just so you just get so accustomed to
Mm-hmm.
that, and then somebody called me and said, "Hey, my friend just found a Shih Tzu, and it was strolling around the neighborhood. It doesn't have the chip. She took it to the vet, and yeah." I said, "I'm on my way." she,
Uh,
she, she can barely get it out good. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what happened to me. Like when my Shih Tzu died, my Shih Tzu died on a Wednesday, and I got Tiana on a Sunday.
wow.
Yeah. See, my
Because I couldn't do it because my house felt empty because I had my Shih Tzu for 15 years. So when I
Mm.
would come home between that
Mm-mm.
Wednesday and that Saturday, I would come home every day and I would literally be crying.
I had mine
Oh.
17 years. Ever since she was a puppy, she could fit in the palm of my hand. She was the runt of the litter, and she was a litter of Tika.
Oh.
She could fit in
Hmm.
the palm of my hand, and I had her that long. Oh my God, it was just the best.
Yeah. And I had,
That's what
yeah,
my
that's
dad
because I
calls
had,
me.
huh?
I said that's what my nickname was. My dad calls me the runt because he said I was the runt of the litter because I'm the shortest one out of my brother and
Um,
sister. So he calls me the runt.
yeah, so that's what I had to do because I had my dog from the time she was 6 weeks old till she was 15. So I
Oh.
said, oh no, I had to give me a
Yeah, give
dog,
me
and I
give me
lucked
about
out.
another Lord willing. Give me about another. Yeah, I want a puggle. That's what I want. I want a puggle. But yeah, give me a little more time. I just y'all. Now I'm home more now during the school year than I used to be because I used to never be home. But now doing YouTube, I am home more often during the school year. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
But because that's basically like my part-time job now. So I do come home and I'm home more, but I'm still gone on the weekends a lot. And like I said, the minute school is out, baby, I'm gone. I ain't.
You on a
Mm-mm.
run. You be on a run, girl.
I done already planned three
Yeah.
trips. I done already planned 3 trips for next year, child. I'm already
Cause
putting deposits
I
down
saw
on
that
next
you
year.
went. I saw that you went to go see Maddie, and I'm like, are they coming to
Mm.
Baltimore? Cause I really would want to see them.
So Toby, I'll keep you posted. But when I was down there, I talked to Craig, and they're trying to do a show up here. They're looking for venues and stuff like that. So they don't know whether it's gonna be in Baltimore or in DC. So
Okay.
I'll keep you posted. He's there because that's what he would when. When he remembered who I was, he was like, "Wait a minute." He was like, "I remember you." He was like, "We trying to." So me and him talked a little bit, and we exchanged information. So I'll keep you posted because I'm gonna be there.
Cause yeah, that's
But
where he's from. He's from Baltimore.
yeah, that's what I said. So it's either gonna be in Baltimore, or DC. They're just looking for venues, and then when it fits into Maddie's schedule and all that good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, cause
I already
I
planned.
would love to see
I'm
that
going to
show.
yeah, I'm going on
Yeah, I
a
would love
cruise
to see
next.
it.
Yeah, I'm going on a cruise next summer. I'm gonna put that deposit down probably next month, and then I already put my deposit down last week. I'm going to a football game. I'm going to see the Washington, the whatever name they are now, child, down in New
Commandos?
Orleans. I don't
What are
like the
they?
new name, so I don't really like saying it, but I don't want to say the old name because I don't want to offend nobody.
No.
So I just say the Washington's team.
I don't like cruise ships, but Miss Cruiser is convincing me
I
more and
love
more that
cruises, baby. When I
maybe I
tell you I
should
love
take
me a
one.
cruise,
But if I take one, I'll take one with her. Because she's trying to convince me more and more. Because she kept saying, Toby, it's not really that bad. You won't even feel like you're on a cruise ship. Because I was like, I'm scared of cruise ships and I get sick. Because I want to, well, you know how you tour like downtown Baltimore. We got the law of Baltimore. Girl, a couple times I've been on there and I got seasick off of that.
Because it's a smaller ship, though. It's small, and so
Oh
you
my
are going to
God.
feel the waves more. But since the ships are larger, they say you feel it less. But they say you sometimes you do feel it moving. Um, but I've never been on a cruise either because I'm so petrified of being somewhere where I can see absolutely no land. I can keep myself up in water. I can float and all that type of stuff. But it's just the fear of being where no land is in sight for me and all that water. Yeah, it's really scary for me. So
Yeah,
I'm,
so yeah. So that's what I don't know. But Miss Cruiser kept telling me, Toby, you won't even feel like that you're on a ship. I said,
they
yeah,
said,
I'm like, huh?
were you in the Delaware Bay? Zero
I know
Lightness is asking, were you in the Delaware Bay when you was feeling all that rough water?
it might have been because I know we left it in the harbor and we went. Yeah, I might have been because it was a long cruise ship, and then I mean, a boat tour, and then we went back to the bottom of the harbor. I don't know. Either way, I felt sick, and I said, "Oh no, hell no!" And then I don't know, I got nervous on the ship because just like you, I like to see land. Like I could fly. You know how people are afraid to fly. I could fly anywhere, don't have no problems. I just was scared of cruise ship.
Hmm. You like me? Yeah, shoot.
Yeah. But Miss
Uh,
Cruiser is convincing me more and more, really, because she keeps saying, "You need to go, Toby. You need to go." I'm telling you, you get on the ship, it doesn't even feel like you're on the ship, and you're gonna really enjoy yourself. So I might
yeah,
do
and
it.
with all this talk about cruising and stuff, I contacted Deanna. I was like, "Where y'all cruise to?" I said, "I may go." She was cracking up. She was like, "Ronnie, you ain't going." I said, "Give me the information. Let me check it out. I may go on me a cruise too." And she may as
But
well
yeah,
go with
Monica, but
somebody
if
I'm gonna
you
have
go on a
fun with.
cruise, you ain't gonna tell nobody that it's shit. We ain't gonna know it's shit.
No, I'm talking about going on the cruise with Deanna. Really, BTV. I didn't even realize she had dropped off. I'm sorry. I didn't
I
know
got
you
a
had
phone
dropped off.
call and I could hear y'all, but y'all couldn't hear
Oh,
me,
okay.
child.
Oh,
Oh, that would
okay.
be fun.
I
Hmm.
yeah, I love cruises. I've probably been on maybe about 6 or 7 cruises. I love cruises. I just hadn't been. I'm doing a cruise this summer. That's the first one since the Panorama. So this will be my first time on a ship since then. So I'll see.
Oh, well, you gonna have fun probably knowing you, but you always have fun. Girl, please, really big could go anywhere and have fun. She don't care.
I'm really well. Anyway,
Hey, Miami Popo. Now, have you guys
Girl,
seen?
I be watching you really big. You like my sister in my head. So if
oh,
I
I know
don't drop
Toby. You
in
be
or
dropping
anything,
down in my chat.
Hey,
Toby be on
you.
my channel.
Yeah, I be dropping in. You be having some good discussions, and you have some good panel guests. And what's his name? Make it make sense. And when he told his beef sector story, I was shocked. I was like, I watch him all the time, and he was talking about
oh,
how
you didn't
he
know
was
that
in the.
you didn't know
I
that he
had
knew
no
nothing about the beef
idea.
yeah.
No,
He
Let
I
me
dropped
had
tell
his
you
no
baby in
idea.
the
something.
chat before.
Let me tell you something. Y'all would be surprised at the amount of people that I talk to that are that do celebrity news and stuff. they
Mm-hmm.
they be all in the B side. They just don't drop down. They
Mm-hmm.
they know they know all of the
Oh my God.
players. They watch they and some of
Do
them
they
tell
think
me they say I don't even know what they talking about, but it's funny to me. They might not even know what you
do
talking
they
about,
think
but
we
a lot of
crazy?
them are over here. A lot of them are over here. They
Ron,
just don't drop down.
really be? Do they think that we're crazy?
No, they think. I mean, they don't think it's crazy. They don't know a lot of the storylines because they're not that vested. But like for example, Scotty said, I don't know who James be cussing out, but I just love seeing James do his dance. Scotty watch every time there's a cleanup. He said, I don't even know who James talking about, but it's funny to me. A lot of them, they listen. They are over here. Trust me. They don't. They just may not drop down, but they be watching.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
start watching him because I like how he gets the scoop in the court documents, and then how he gotta put his hand up to his mouth to hold his laughs in and stuff, and I'll be
Mims
like,
is a
just
and
go
he
on
fool.
is.
and
Let
laugh.
me. And he
Mims
is
is
shady.
silly.
Mims is shady.
Mims
He
is
is
he
shady.
is shady. He is shady. Oh my gosh, Mims is a fool. Mims is good people, but yeah, he like yeah he's been around since the Vegas days.
Yeah,
He knows all of that. He
yeah.
knows about Vegas gate and everything.
Now he is one of the ones who I watch the most because I like his personality. He seems, even though he's in a shady part of news reporting, and sometimes he has to report on some uncomfortable things, he seems wholesome to me, and I like that about him. Now, my other guilty pleasure is Sherelle's World, and I know a lot of people don't like her because she's
Oh
messy,
my
and
God.
a lot of people say, "Oh, she's so messy," and this, that, and the other.
Oh my
And
God. She is messy
I,
along with that
I,
husband of hers. I don't
I,
like that
at,
husband.
I don't. You
at,
know what? I don't
at
care about
first
her
I
being
didn't.
messy. I just care that she usually gets it wrong. She just don't.
Oh,
She be
really?
lying.
Oh, really?
Oh my
I
God, Sherelle
Yes.
gets it wrong. She gets it wrong most of the time. She just
Oh, I
she's
didn't know
just
that.
lying.
Yeah, I didn't know
And her
that, but
husband just be getting stuff wrong. And her husband be
I
getting stuff wrong too with his
and
messy ass
him and
self. He messy too.
those recordings, and yeah, he seems like, it seems like, oh, calm down, you're gonna get her in trouble. Calm down, you're gonna get into trouble. And the way she be like, oh, don't do that, don't do that. And he's a little overbearing for me, but they've been married that long, so she must know who she's married to or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
So,
well
and
she lets him do her dirty work.
I remember when she and that John, whoever, were into it.
John,
Oh,
Oh
I
my
know you're talking about.
God. Don, what's his name? It's not Gates. It's Coates or
No,
something. I don't know.
I can't remember, but
yeah,
I know who you're talking
John,
about.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but he is
that was a
cuckoo
hot
for Cocoa
mess.
Puff. Okay. Let me tell you something. I got caught up in that drama, and then I end up being in the white drama sector, listening behind that stuff. They are a hot mess over there too. Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Don't.
Y'all keep listen. Don't let people make y'all feel like the B sec. Listen,
John Yates,
them other
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
John Yates. Yep. Them other sectors are way worse, baby. They be swatting people and all kinds of stuff. Child, they get into it.
I remember somebody in the DIY sector, the DIY home improvement DIY, got swatted, and they called CPS on them and everything. Yeah,
Lord,
yeah, they do it in every sector.
not in the DIY. What they get
Sector.
mad about in the DIY sector? Good
So I
Lord.
guess somebody did a project that before the other one could get their video out. You spend all that time,
Oh my
editing them
God.
videos and all this type of stuff. Sure, it did in the
Let me find out
DIY
they
sector.
gangster over there.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I
but
like
yeah,
him.
I really,
I was
but yeah,
surprised.
cause last week when I was watching Mims, that's when he brought up somewhat of the beef sector because he brought up Wiley. He talked about Wiley last week.
Mm.
And then he was like, yeah, and I've been here a while because I watched Lady Nika and I watched James and I watched, and I think he forgot Sean's name, but he was like, and it was another person I watched
Yeah,
and all
and
that.
I was
So
like,
yeah,
yeah, that's just the same video I saw, and I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
think he's talking about Sean Bradley. Yeah,
Yep. Because like I said,
I
he remembers Vegas Gate. He'll tell you about. He remembers all of that. He was here. Yep.
okay.
Yep. He sure was.
wow.
Yep. Because he subscribed to it. That's what I said. Like a lot when I talk to people, they'll say, "Oh, I like watching so and so, and how do I such and such." And like I said, they may not know all the storylines, but They watch. They watch.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so now
Hey, aim at myself.
what have you
Go
guys
ahead.
seen going on in the beef sector streets? I'm pretty sure Miss Toby doesn't know. I mean, Really Be TV doesn't know. But Miss Toby, have you seen anything happening on the YouTube streets?
No, because where was I at yesterday? I ain't really going nowhere yesterday, other than your channel. I went to the hood table for a while. Who else went live? No, I haven't. No, I didn't go anywhere. I was a little bit in Coles bushes yesterday just to be nosy, but ugh, they get on my nerves, so I ain't even gonna talk about them. But no, I ain't really been nowhere.
Okay. Now I got informant sugar. Let me put a banner up. Uh, okay.
Uh,
Grish.
Lord
Yeah.
have mercy.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
Hello. No,
Griff.
that's
Hello.
Kwani. We're gonna talk about Kwani a little bit.
Oh
What's
Lord.
going on,
All
Grish?
right. Okay. What's
What's going
Really
happening?
on,
deep.
Grish?
Oh, it's a lot
Yeah.
going on. That's why I come bearing fruit.
Okay.
We got something happened well this morning on YouTube cameras. I think the pressure is getting to Miss Sheffy. She got up there and said she was under the influence and she was on her way to work.
What?
So I'm trying. It's still going on. It's over there on she hasn't taken it down yet. It was this morning. I'm just saying I think the pressure, it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I think the pressure getting to her. I believe the
Yeah.
pressure. She
What,
says she's still
Vegas?
going. She
You
says
you
she's
think
still going. Now listen,
you talking
listen.
about
I have
Vegas?
no problem. She's an adult. She can drink all she wants. She says she had Douce and she on her way to work. The
On her
thing
way to
is,
work. So
on her
she's
way to work.
driving to work and she's
I
drunk.
Well, she said that she was drinking all last night and she's still under the influence. Her exact words, I'm under the influence.
Why would she?
Um,
Oh, she's such an idiot.
Now,
mm-mm.
I'm gonna
That's why I
say that
don't
she's
mess
an
with
adult.
her.
She can do what she want, but
No,
she
she
made
can't.
it public
She
to
can
say
do what
that
she
she's
wants.
she's drunk and she's on her way to work.
She can do
That's
what she want, but she can risk the lives of others doing what she want. Nothing about that is cool. She's such an idiot. That's why I don't. That's why I don't. She's disgusting. She comes out here and says that type of stuff and think that it's okay to say that type of stuff, and people are gonna laugh it off like, oh, Sheffy, Sheffy, Sheffy. No, she's a dangerous individual. Go ahead, Grish.
the thing is that I think the pressure getting to it. That's what I believe, because I mean, that's what I believe.
What
Okay, and
pressure?
also
What
the
pressure? The
pressure.
pressure of going on a paid vacation?
I don't think she really wanted all the attention I guess she's getting. And you
Yes,
want it
she did. She's an
if you want
attention whore.
Yeah, she is.
Chris,
She
you
Well, all
know
she
wanted
had
that
to
every
do
girl
bit
is
is
of
an
not
it.
go on a
attention.
trip that nobody
Grit,
wanted her to
She
go on. I
she
mean,
Grit,
wanted
you know she's an
every.
attention whore. The first time I seen her, the dumb bitch was on camera washing her teeth and washing her face and brushing her teeth on camera. We didn't need to see that. What I want to see that for?
all right. Well, the other thing is,
Grit's
from
like,
what
okay,
I
Toby.
okay, so
Go ahead.
it's what now listen.
Griff said,
I
"Don't kill the
only rock
messenger."
if I got receipts. You know what I'm saying? I already recorded it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be talking and don't know what I'm talking about. Also on what's his name? I'm gonna call him the other guy, the other morning guy. It
Mm.
went down where I'm just saying, big sexy. I ain't got nothing. I ain't said nothing about you, but I think you need to do your fact checking. It has somebody that's fact checking for you. Cause old boy
Instead of
went up.
Shakimi,
No. Old boy went on your platform and lied and said some stuff about NBK. And then today he got popped and found out he lied, talking about Mama Royal was sleeping with people and all. Why would I'm gonna call him Heto? Why would Heto say something like that? Why would he go out and lie on people? And when as soon as he got popped, he's like, I quit YouTube this morning. I quit. MBK asked him, why would you lie on me? And he was like, you didn't tell me that. You told me that. MBK, I never told you that. He said, oh, you didn't tell me that. So why would you go to platform and lie?
and say
And
that old lady ain't Mama Royal like older.
a very nice person. She's a very nice person. He's walking around saying MBK told him that glitter boots knocked Mama Roy, which found out it's a lie. And
Wow.
everybody, why would you go out and lie like that? My bad, I created this. I quit YouTube. It's too late, player.
You know what? I have it in my notes, and I was debating on whether if I was not, I didn't see the hood table pull up in my chat. So uh see, I noticed that ghetto intellect was also lying on yesterday. See, they're having some type of kerfuffle, and I gotta talk to NBK. I gotta talk to NBK because they're blaming me about what happened between him
Hello.
and Max. And
Mhm.
I was just the only reason Max came at me is because I'm associated with him. No, the reason Max came at you is because she was having a conversation with MBK. And what happened? You hopped on the link and started going at her. So yesterday he was trying to say that MBK was the problem. And I gotta call MBK and I got to talk to MBK because we gonna get this right tomorrow on the show. And so this is what happened tomorrow on the show. See, he was further lying on that, and I saw Max later on, and we were cool. She was joking around, but that's not what Max said. Max said that you were following her around the rest of the day, bugging her. So I was going to talk about that, and I was trying to see if the hood table, if I would be able to play how it actually went down, because he's trying to say that he and Max are cool now, and the only reason that Max went at him is because of his connection to MBK. MBK was the cause of all of this. No. You clearly came up there and you said, "Oh yeah, I know where you live. I know," and none of that had anything to do with
Right,
MBK.
right.
He
That's
did
what
that.
I wanted to talk to him. I kept saying link, link. I wanted to because he's like he here and then he runs, and I wanted to speak to him. You know what I mean, and ask him. You saying something about taking somebody's channel? I just would like to know, is that true? Because then please let me know. Because we there's footage of you. I'm gonna be quiet. I promise you, I'm gonna be quiet on this. I promise you. Okay. He don't
Mhm.
want that coming out. That's all I'm gonna say. And he did it on YouTube. He don't want this coming out. He's asked the guy to take it down. He don't want it coming out. I could ask the guy to put it back up. It's nothing. I'm asking him which way he's flowing. Is he threatening my people? That's all I'm asking. Okay, because I'm
It's
sure people
who's
don't want to
threatening your
hear.
people?
People
It's
don't
who.
want to hear you talking about young adults. People don't want to hear that, Mr. Hito. I'm sure they don't, player. Please come and anybody platform say I'm lying. That's all I'm gonna say. Player. I'm sure the golf course don't want to hear that. I'm sure your fraternity don't want to hear that. I know
Mm.
you don't want that out.
Uh, okay, so all right. So he was
Mm-hmm.
crying that he had been doxxed everywhere. First, he insinuated that Max was the one who doxed him after the argument that they had, and then it was someone else who had doxed him and put his wife out and had called his wife and all of this. Thank you, Miss Toby, for coming
Why
up.
why
I
go
got
that
your
route?
message. I
I'm
appreciate you
sorry.
for being here, and thank you, Really BTV. For coming up, but why go that route? What were you
What I was
saying?
gonna
Why
say
go
is
that
why
route?
go that route when we got the truth? We got the truth. There's video, bruh. Okay, when you was on another YouTube platform, talking about, oh, somebody should go and get a young teenage girl. Brother, don't do it. I'm really not the one. I'm no better than nobody else. But I'm just saying, don't threaten my folks. Just don't do it, because then we gonna hit you with the truth. Ain't gonna be no doxing. We gonna hit you with, see, you too easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. You constantly shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, and then you try to pay people to clean it up, but that video still exists.
But
That's all I'm gonna
see,
say.
that's like this person Zero Lightning. Who said that? All he's gonna do is say, "Oh, I was trolling." And see, that's the thing. They all just sit up there and lie and make up stories, and then when they get, well, I was trolling. What's wrong? I
But
was
but
just
Ronnie, but
trolling.
Ronnie, he
You
can't
have
say that because all
no
the. I'm
integrity.
sorry. I apologize. But he can't say that because all the men on the platform was an all men panel. He said that and they was like, what? Nah, son, nah, son. Like, how could you, what? and they had to straighten him out. He never once said he was trolling. He was like, "Oh, I was thinking." Nah, he can't play this one off. This is one he
Mm.
want buried in the ground. Brother, I'm that one that dig up the bones. That's me. I'm different than I dig the bones up, bro. So I'm just asking. You need to stop hiding and come forward and tell everybody what's going on.
So Ghetto Intellect threatened to punch Jay Dunn last week. All three are emotional clowns, and I definitely believe that. All three of them are clowns. The channel holder hides behind all of this disgusting stuff that the other two liars sit up there and say, and he's a coward on top of it. And the simple fact that the beef sector has lullied their way into even paying these clowns any sort of attention is pathetic. And I'm gonna say it, it's pathetic. They were led over there by a low self-esteem having bitch who got her jollies off of finally a man giving her some attention. And look at the fucking fuck shit show that we have gotten from these clowns.
Well, I'm just saying, somebody should do a fact check, because I wouldn't have somebody if I was a CC, had somebody on my platform that's talking about doing stuff with minors. I'ma leave it there, and I'm waiting for brother to say I'm lying. That's all I'm waiting for. That's all. Or just say I'm lying just one time, please. That's that.
Mm.
That's all I need, bro.
Well, that's on him. I don't know anything about what you're speaking on, but it's just it seems like if he wants to talk to you, he's going to have to bring it. They don't come on my panel. I don't have any use for any of them. And there was something else with ZX. Okay, so allegedly night before last, ZX did a whole doxation of both of them. Um, were you there for that?
Nah.
Okay, so I don't know what was in it. I was not there for it either. I heard that I at first I thought he had just doxed one of them. Then I heard that it was a doxation of both of them. Could that be because the lie that they said that he was knocking boots with Mama Royal? Because he is the one who refers to her as Mama Royal, and it seems like he reveres her in some way. So it seems like if they are out here saying that he's done this with this lady, that he would have been quite angry. Do you think that it's connected with them being doxxed by him, or you have no idea?
Okay, when was the doxing? Because the ghetto just said this yesterday.
Not last night, night before last.
No, he just said it yesterday. That's why he just got
Oh,
popped this morning.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Big sexy man, you need to do a little better, just a little better. I mean, you got Merv the Pervs on your joint talking and ain't got no receipts, and he
She
threatening my people. All
no,
right,
yeah, she.
I'm gonna go. Okay, love
All
you so
right,
much,
British.
Ronnie.
I love you too. Have a good one. So, yeah, so they are a bunch of liars. Hey, Auntie Donna. Um, what? I don't know which what you're wanting, but yeah, they're really a bunch of liars. Uh, uh Ghetto Intellect was playing that pop on the screen, pop off the screen, pop on the screen, pop off the screen. I want to talk to you, but I'll talk to you tomorrow. A whole bunch of on and off. And I can't do this. They messing with my wife. They messing with my wife. They called my wife. Well, I thought you said you were single. I thought you said you were getting a divorce. I thought you said you just moved into a bachelor pad. I thought you said you were in the hey Slappy. I thought you said you were in the middle of a divorce. So they're calling your soon to be ex-wife? No, he was saying they're calling my wife and I can't do this. That's why I gotta cut away from the show. But I'll see you on there tomorrow and we're gonna discuss this. A whole bunch of buffoonery and clownery, a whole bunch of stunts, games, and plays, a bunch of BS. Either you are getting divorced or you're not getting divorced. They calling to tell her that you a grimy motherfucker. She already know you a grimy motherfucker. She divorcing you. Like, what? Get the fuck out of my face with these stunts, games, and plays. So a bunch of bullshit. But hey, it just okay. So let's talk about Kwani. Okay, I did not see the videos, but word on the curb is that Kwani is feeling sad again. Oh, Kwani is in her feelings. She is upset. She is sad. She's walking around like a poor rat in a trap, just upset and crying. Don't you guys care about Kwani? Don't you guys care about Kwani? She is sad. Why don't you guys care that Kwani is sad? Maybe because when you treat Kwani like a human being, the best Kwani can do is sit up here and try to think that she is going to victimize you with her bulls. I'm coming on to Donna with her bullshit and her lies and her fucking slander and call your husband a molester and all of these types of things. Kwani, cry, bitch. Cry. Look in the mirror and cry, hoe. Cause don't nobody give a fuck about you and what you going through. A lot of people were upset with Spiller Boy TV about something that he wrote in regards to her crying. But why should see? Obviously, these are people who have not been a victim to Kwani being the fuck bitch she is and saying the disgusting shit that she says about you. So you can just easily say, "Oh, you should show Kwani some sympathy." Is that you, Auntie Donna? Fuck Kwani.
Yes, sweetheart. How you doing? Oh,
Hey,
my signature. Knock, knock, ding dong. I'm here.
hey, how
And
you
this,
doing?
what the heck did you put up? What kind of banner is that?
That's the doll. You don't know the doll, the old doll
See,
who had the mommy makeover and lost the case. So that's more money she out of, more money thrown out the window. That's
oh
the
my,
that, that's the doll who's
oh,
sitting up here cursing out people
uh,
behind the actual
I
facts of
heard,
girl. That
I
was a mess.
heard, I heard about it. But I came up because, um, when I put what and shocking eyes in the chat is because I knew about the incident with Ghetto a while ago where something he wrote in the chat was misconstrued about a young lady's daughter. So that's what I thought Grish was talking about. But when she said, no, this is something that happened last night, I was like, what? That's what I was whatting because I actually thought she was talking about something from a while ago. Hello?
So so it's not uncommon and unheard of. So if it happened a while ago,
No, no,
and
no,
if it
no, no,
happened
no. It
again,
was misconstrued. His words was misconstrued a while ago. It was just bad timing of when he dropped down in the chat and said what he said. Now he once everything was laid out on the table. Now, even though I don't care for the man, I'm not gonna lie on the man.
okay, I
Once
got
they
you.
unfolded it, it did not come out the way you would have the way people was putting it out there. If you didn't go do your homework and find out the origin of the
I,
conversation,
I
you
got you.
would think he was, but he wasn't. Yes.
Yeah,
But
and
now
then
she's saying that he did
that
yesterday, so that's why I'm like, what? Oh wow. Wow. And then you got to understand, he's the type, he likes to start kerfuffles so he can go on Buddy Lee's on Tuesdays and Fridays to get a shine and to be a subject, to
oh
have commentary. So you can expect his weak ass to do something so he can. That's why I bust his bubble last Friday and didn't. But I popped that bubble where he couldn't get that shine he wanted for going over there getting smart with Jay Wilson. And
now
I went,
Grish was saying he was on a panel. Uh,
wow,
okay, now
wow. Oh, thank you, Grish, because I didn't, I went to sleep last night. So,
No,
oh,
whose
wow.
panel could he could have been on any number of panels. Christian's coming back up. Maybe
Okay,
you can
thank you.
get some
Thank you, Grish.
understanding because I don't know. You could be all over the place too. Grish,
Who, me?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes, you be all over the place, so you guys may
yes.
know these places. Go ahead.
Okay. Respect to the host and you,
Thank
and
you.
respect to the chat. Okay, here I come. I'm trying. I'm gonna be cool. Nobody knows about this. This is on the hush hush. He begged the guy to take it down immediately. Nobody knows this. I'm telling you.
Did the guy take it down? Is
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
took he
asking.
took it down. But what I'm saying is everybody got it. You know what I mean? The
Right.
people that was in the
Right.
room.
Okay,
Let me say
Right.
this.
okay.
Trust me when I tell you, he don't want nobody to know this one. Nobody knows this one. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm better than any. I'm no better. But my job, what I do is I collect the bones. The
Mm-hmm.
bones you think you buried, I'll hold them for a year, 2 years, and I'll hit you with them if
I
I
have
have to.
I have a question. Was the channel he was on, what sector is that person from?
That person does like gossip.
From what sector?
I don't really notice. I just know the guy. So I was just there because I know the guy. I don't know what sector it is because the guy does just gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like celebrity gossip. He
Celebrity
does
Okay.
stuff.
gossip.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does celebrity gossip.
I
And
was
but he
oh, I was asking because I know uh some, how can I put this? I know some channels over in the black sector that a lot of people don't
nah,
watch,
he
and
not he
a lot of good TV drop back there. And excuse me, and he do have the nature of, or he do go around to them channels and do stunts like that. But okay,
mm.
well,
Now
eventually it's gonna
this
leak
is how
out for the rest of us. So yeah.
this is how it went. The guy was talking and they were on a topic and everybody was cool. It was a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of gentlemen, right? So I made sure I stayed in the chat because let brothers have their time. And he jumped up and said something very inappropriate. I'm not going to say it here. And the
Right.
whole every it was a hush across the crowd. And then the
Wow.
brothers checked him. And he was just like, but I thought. And they were like, no, you can't do that. And usually, like you say, he'll say, I was trolling. He was like, I was
Mm-hmm.
just thinking. And they said,
Mm-mm,
but you thought
mm-mm,
wrong.
mm.
Because he was trying to say, wouldn't it be crazy if the brother turned around and this, that, and this is what his daughter and did this and did that, because I do it. Everybody was like, what? And that's how that went.
Okay, so this cannot be a mainstream celebrity gossip
No,
report
no, not
because
mainstream. No, it's
I've
hood.
never
It's a
seen
hood.
him.
It's hood.
Okay,
He's a hood
okay.
So
celebrity
my
guy.
next question to you is,
Now
do
this
you think
couldn't
somebody
be.
gonna leak it?
But my question is, why
Okay.
would the person take it down? Because
Because he
does
asked. He asked.
Wait,
I'm
wait a
telling
minute.
you. Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. We do our videos to have our videos up. Do you think that Ghetto scooted him some money to take it down? Is
Okay,
my point.
that could be. That could be.
Because I can't imagine I'm using this name, just pulling this name out of the air. I know you said hood celebrities. I'm not saying this is who it was. I'm saying like a person like Mahia. He's not going
No,
to take
no,
this. I'm not
no,
saying this here. A
no.
person like him would not take his video down because he has a big audience and he put his videos up to be up. So obviously, this is a smaller person. So
Right.
I'm wondering if
No,
he paid him to take his video down.
let me say this. Yeah, this person is small, but he makes good money, like good money. And so
Hmm.
he was just having a little, like he
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
I want to give back to the brothers. I don't really have no time. I'm usually very busy. And all his
Yeah.
friends came up there. And he came up there, I guess, clout chasing. That's my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. And when he
Mm-hmm.
did that, that's when he just, I don't know, he not thinking. His words come out without him thinking or processing them first. And he said something that he shouldn't say. And I'm quite sure. See, let me say this. I'm not trying to hit your job. I'm not trying to mess up your life. I'm not trying to do that. You see what I'm saying? My whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is don't ever I hold that in the little chamber just in case you come after somebody of mine. And
Oh,
he's
okay.
from what I know, he threatened somebody I know. And why?
For no
Why?
reason.
The person didn't do nothing to him.
To shine, to front like you tough. That's why he did it. So my question still is, do
Just
you
like he
think
came up.
eventually,
Go
Ronnie
ahead.
Q, I
No,
can't
I'm
get to
sorry.
you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My question is, do you think eventually that's going to be leaked so people can know what type of person they're dealing with?
My thing is I always I give you three shots. We could talk,
Okay.
right? We could
Uh-huh.
talk,
Yes.
or we could talk. And if you don't want that, then I guess it's on. I don't try to start war unless it's a war. He's too small for a war. So my question was, I'm being
Facts.
asked him, was it emotion that you said you're gonna take somebody's channel? Do you want to apologize? That's all I'm asking. Because now everybody's a little nervous. You know, every little thing you do, is he gonna try to take this person's channel? Does he mean that? And if you mean that, then we can get it popping. But if you don't, then just you and this person should have a talk. You talking to everybody else.
Right.
That's
Right.
all. And
Yeah.
trust me, I never bother nobody
Yeah.
unless you
No.
bother
Uh,
me.
right.
And I used to bother you if you bother this other clique I was with, but I've learned to relax a little bit
And I've been
and don't
bothering
do
him
that.
for years. I write down how I feel about him for years. I've been calling him a weak, one of the weakest trolls to come out of the black sector. That he's an embarrassment on New Jersey. I've been writing that to him for years, and he just decided. He just
I'm just
decided
saying,
a while ago to get the courage and to grab his kahunas and say something to me, and he asked me. He said "Oh, you in New Jersey? Where you at in New Jersey?" I said, "I know you're in Newark." And I'm not telling you where I'm at because I don't need you to know. But just and don't come to me with that trolling shit because I don't troll and you're not going to
no,
troll
it
me
wasn't
because
ratchet. I'm sorry, I
everything
apologize.
you okay because I told him everything that you say I'm going to take it serious because I want you to take everything I say
I'm
serious.
gonna say
Now
this.
run
I'm gonna
along
just
and
throw it
play.
out there. I'm
Run
sorry, no
along and play.
disrespect to you.
It's
It was
okay.
on media's platform. Dude
I've
named
Mm-hmm.
never heard
Media.
of that.
Okay,
Never
dude
heard
Never
of
named
heard
it.
of that.
Media. He's real good. He does a lot of celebrity stuff, and it's like in a hood version. He
Hmm.
break it down to the simplest form, and so therefore he gets a lot of people there. It's a more relaxed atmosphere, and
Oh, okay.
people like him, and he gets like some stars that come up there. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna try to diss him, but this one time I'm like, why? Why would you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, bruh. You got kids. Why would you say that? And he made sure it got wiped clean. So now when I see him, sometimes I throw it in the chat. I'm like, nah, bruh, let's talk about that time. And he'll get off the panel. I just was like, I just want to test it, see if it worked after all this time. And it still worked. And I'm like, all right then, long as
So
you
when
know.
did this didn't occur last night then?
No, that didn't occur last
Okay.
night when he talked about the minors. No, it didn't.
Okay.
No, it didn't. And I'm shocked because he had already lost everything and then got it back. And then he's still acting immature. Maybe he need to go sit on somebody's couch and get some help because
Yeah, maybe
obviously he can't control. He's emotionally immature.
immature. Hmm. All of them
So
are.
it's a possibility that you're talking about the same thing that I was talking about earlier. You're not talking
Good.
about when he talked about that girl daughter standing
No,
behind her. It's a different incident than
no, this
that.
is all complete.
Oh, totally.
Listen,
Okay,
listen.
thank
Let
you.
me say this to you. When
Okay,
I don't bring up stuff everybody else
I
got.
know.
I
Okay.
bring up stuff where I dig the bones up. I don't start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, to make sure. Because what's
Right,
I'm no different than everybody else. Then
right,
that's
right.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Now Coco said he
That's
was
good.
on media. You did
He
say
was,
he was up there
yeah,
crowd chasing. So
he
he
was
actually,
on the panel. The video is he's on the panel with a bunch of gentlemen, and they were acting like gentlemen. And the conversation went on for quite a while, and he couldn't control himself. And then he just popped something out in there. And listen, again, I'm right here. If I'm lying, bro, just hit the chat and tell the people I'm lying, or hit over there at your boys thing and tell them I'm lying, or hit old glitter boots, tell them I'm lying,
Wait, who's his boy
please.
now? Because he switch him like he switches
Well,
boxes.
right now he say he quit after he lied on MBK, so I don't know who his boy is.
Wow.
Yeah, he just got busted about an hour ago or half an hour ago, lying, saying some stuff,
And then he'll
and
run out here in his Tina Turner outfit saying,
uh,
I was just trolling. I was
yeah.
just trolling.
he can't say that on this one. That's why he asked for this one to disappear.
The only
But
reason
we
I got in
got
that
it.
the only reason I got in that trouble with Mac is because I'm close to uh, I can I
MBK?
oh MBK.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play uh the hood table. I'm gonna send you a cash app because I had that queued up to play.
See,
He
then I need to get down because that's gonna piss. I wasn't there when he did it, and I was told he did it,
Thank you,
and
Informer
I'm
Sugar.
so
I will
glad I
look
wasn't
for it.
there because if I was there, you know how it would have went down. So
Well,
I'm so
What?
glad I
positivity.
wasn't
Thank
there.
you, sweetheart.
What?
And guess
How he
what?
came
I'm gonna
up
look forward
against?
to when he push your buttons and I can see the evidence because I know
Wait
how
a
you
minute.
do with your receipts.
Before
No
you
Hmm.
step
problem.
down, before you step down, okay. So you're saying you're gonna step down. Okay. I'm playing what happened and how it started uh with uh with Ghetto and Max the other
Right.
day.
On
What
the
I'm
hood table.
saying on the hood table, what I'm saying is that last night
Hmm.
he was trying to imply that the only reason he and Max got into it is because
Oh, yeah.
he knows MBK and who he is like on the show with MBK, and it had absolutely nothing to do with
Correct.
anything he
Correct.
said to Max.
Correct. Correct. You're
So he was
correct.
lying last night
He
about
was.
the events. So that's the part I'm gonna play.
Oh, I thought
I
you was playing the other part when he was talking. See if I was there when he had said all that. It would, the video would have been out. You get where I'm coming from? But I wasn't there. That's why I
mhm.
thank God for the moments that I wasn't there. I thank God
Oh
when I
no.
wasn't there when that thing happened on Wilson's joint with the hood. I'm glad I wasn't there.
What
I'm,
happened on his
they
Wilson's
saying
channel?
something happened with the chick with the plane, and she was just yapping over at the mouth and trying to
Wait a minute. What?
disrespect her table, and I wasn't
Oh yeah,
there.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
wasn't there. I'm so glad I'm not there. You know what I
So
mean?
wait a minute.
Good
Hold
morning,
on.
Treasure
Slow
Lane.
down. Good morning, Treasure Lane. Treasure Lane, I hear that you were quite rude and crude. I don't see Treasure Lane. Where is he?
Hi,
Well, it
Oh,
might
there he
mother.
it,
is.
it might be a
Love,
I
mother.
troll. You
see
might
him.
want to
I
check it.
see
Oh,
him.
okay. I get ready
I
to say.
see
All
him
right.
now. Treasure Lane, 1 second. Don't step down yet, Grish, because I have a few questions for you. Treasure Lane, um, why are you being so mean to our girl? Treasure Lane, our girl is upset, depressed, and unhappy. And Treasure Lane, I got it on good authority, though I didn't see it, that your attitude towards this was Treasure Lane, did you act like this towards our girl and her tears and her upsetness? Okay, back to Grish. I'm gonna give Treasure Lane a moment to answer. Um, Grish,
Ronnie Q. Oh my
Having a good
goodness.
time today. I like this. I like
Good
this.
so
morning, everybody.
Grish,
Yes.
and okay, so am I to surmise? I know that he did try to play victim to himself on the fuck shit that he did to himself, trying to come at Max like he's somebody junkyard dog, or he trying to stand up to that MBK bullshit bravado. So what I'm kind of getting is, did he threaten the Hood Tables channel?
From what I'm hearing, and
In a
I asked.
sarcastic way.
Yeah,
In
I
a
asked.
sarcastic way. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I did ask, and the word was yes, and I got it from her. I asked, and she was like, "Well, that's what she believes. That's what he was saying. He said he was going to take it down. He was
Okay.
threatening that she could
Yes,
lose
he
it.
was like,
My thing,
"Oh,
why?
so this is
That's
what you're doing." Yeah, he did do that. Oh, so this
Hmm.
is what you're doing. You letting her do that. He did the same thing like Jay Dunn does, the Jay Dunn tactic. You gonna let them say that to me? This is your channel. You gonna let them say that on your channel? Okay, then he did that.
I
He
have
good
a
for a woman.
question. I have a question, Ronnie Q.
Hmm.
Before you key up what you're gonna play from the hood table, are you gonna also play? Are we also gonna see the chat? Because actually, he started with her in the chat
mother.
before going up
Yes.
on the pen. Okay, thank you.
Well, I will leave it where we can see the chat. Uh, Mother
Beans
said,
and cornbread, view, everybody shout out. Because I keep forgetting them. I'm sorry, guys.
yeah, yeah, I don't know how good you'll be able to see the chat. But yeah, Grish, you could step down now if you'd
Okay.
like to.
Peace.
Thank you, Grish. I already had
Thank
this
you, Grish.
video up, and I was waiting to see if the hood table would come through. I'm gonna send her. She says that I could use her stuff. I'm not gonna play a lot of her stuff. I'm gonna give you the video. You guys can. Let me give you the link to this video. You can watch the video yourself. It was a good live, and this stuff happened kind of like out of the blue, organically. So this is the live that I am gonna play you a little snippet from. And okay, so you guys ready? Let me see what Treasure Lane
Yes,
said.
I'm already on mute, babe.
Let me see if he has any regrets of being so mean and so nasty. Nasty. Nope, nothing else. No regrets. He said what he said. Good morning, M. Renee. Okay, let me present and share my screen. So let's see how this kind of came about. Ghetto Intellect said that it was just his closeness or whatnot. Oh, the chat, the
That's right. The chat probably gone because she had to. Oh, you're not gonna find it. I forgot. You're going. She edited
did
it
she
out.
have to take it down?
No, she edited it out.
Oh
But the part that you're
wow.
looking for, yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not. I don't
oh.
think you're gonna find it.
So
Honestly,
you mean to tell me she really was threatened
no, no, no,
enough
no, no,
not
no, no, no,
really?
no, no. She edited it out because she said that Max, is from New York and she talked real fast. Now she know that Ghetto came up saying where the young lady is from after trying to start with her in the chat. And so once he came up there and then they started going back and forth, the hood table said that once she went back and reviewed her video, because he said, "Oh, you're gonna let her just dox me." Nobody really caught her saying his name, but the hood table said when she went back, she did and slowed it down. She did catch that Max had said his name, and so she edited that out. Nothing to do with him, of his little threat or whatever, whatever. The only reason she did it is because she do no doxing at all on her channel, respectfully.
Oh, okay. So I didn't even know that she had said his name. So that's news to
And I
me.
was
I
there,
didn't
and
know.
I talk fast. I didn't catch it either.
Yeah, so I didn't know that had even happened. So
Yes, ma'am.
uh let me see. I do see a little of him on the page. I don't know how much of it.
Okay.
I just
Might
see a
help us.
little
Okay.
slight little snippet of him on the
And can
page.
I
Okay.
say something real quick? Welcome everybody who just coming in, and
Yes, well,
make sure you go back and catch the beginning of this video when we were like at 100 or less. Very good, very good. Thank you.
thank you, Auntie Donna.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
so
Like, share, subscribe.
I'm gonna share my screen now, and okay, since there's no chat, I will enlarge it because the chat is missing. And let's see. Okay, so let's see how it organically started. It had nothing to do with ghetto intellect. So here we go. I'm gonna cash app the hood table. I see. Let me write her cash app down. I'm gonna cash app the hood table for a little snippet of this video because he's saying that
Wait a minute now. Yeah, live
this
what's it called it? Live stream,
this
yeah.
Take down,
stuttering
slappy
motherfucker.
comment,
So I'm
please.
still learning about that, so
Okay, let me remove Slappy's comment. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Well, Ronnie, once you get caught up on the live stream stuff, I think
OBS when I first started.
or
No, he talking about how you shit. What's good? I've never been to prison one day in my life. I don't know what type of doxing they did. I've never heard, like, I hear them say that as trolls, but I've never heard nobody say they doxed me because it doesn't exist. So just to clear that
It
up, so you
does
know,
now.
I've never been to prison, not one day in my life.
They
So,
doxed you and passed the chat, and then they hit the panel when you was up there, you left.
yeah, what they did is that's troll shit. I've never been to prison. Now, what I have been, I have several drug charges, and those are probably 30 years old. And because of a good lawyer, I got out of a 5 flat probably when I was like 21 years old, 22. That was a long time ago. But I've never been to prison. I've been.
Oh, they said you
been,
even admitted it too, and I was like, "Oh, he admitted it."
Nah,
Okay.
nah. I've never been.
when I doxed you, the picture that I put up, you was in prison.
that's a picture from inside my house. I don't know why the black sector would tease me, trolling, saying that's prison. That's inside my bathroom with the
So
white
wait,
T-shirt. That's in my house.
did
That's
Ken
a
just
that's a
say when
recent
I
pic.
dox
That's not an old pic. That's like within the last couple of years. That's a recent pic.
Ken, you ain't nothing. You said when I doxed you, boy,
I know.
I mean,
I'm like, he
I
gonna
gotta
you
get
be
better
honest.
offended.
keep
So
it.
I don't want to derail the show. I just wanted to clear that up. I've never been to prison
All
before.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
we
right.
did say allegedly. Well, at least I did.
It's
But
cool. It's cool. Some of the narratives are cool. They keep your name in the headlines, but I just figured out.
So either you mad about it, it's cool, keep your name in the headlines. Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, that's all he came up there to say. But then now here comes ghetto intellect. He had to
Hot
come
rooms
in.
turn icy
Oh,
cold
hold on,
instantly without
commercial.
AC, while slashing electric bills.
You
I'ma
only
always
you not only get my commercials, you can get okay, now here come ghetto intellect inserting himself in that little small conversation.
Oh, okay, yeah. But thank you, the Hood Table, for coming in to support me yesterday. Thank you.
it's no problem. I try to get around. Y'all know I try to get
All
around.
right, I'm gonna drop down.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All the CCs. All the CCs.
Rodney
Put the
gonna get his
CC in the
plug no
chat.
matter what, girl. Who is that?
And if y'all see anybody in here with a CC, feel
Alright.
free to go hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back after this live wraps up as I do usually. And I'm going to
Ghetto
hit
Max
all
is
of my.
Okay, here he is skinning and grinning in the camera. Nobody
Looking
said
like a
absolutely.
well-dressed crackhead.
Lips look just as white as Dave Chappelle when he was playing that crackhead in that crackhead movie. Let's go. I mean that
Get
crackhead
up
skit.
here.
Hold
Oh,
on.
Max left?
Max,
Oh,
yeah.
I go over catching her live because I don't know which.
Okay.
That,
Hold
that
on one
dusty
second,
chick
y'all.
lives in
Hold on one
Rochester,
second.
New York.
Hold
Okay, see, now Max left. I'll go catch her in her live. That dusty chick lives in Rochester, so Max isn't even on the panel. If he's looking at his TV, I mean at his phone, he sees that Max is not on the panel. He comes in with saying, "Oh, Max left." Well, then step down. I'll go over and see her on her channel. Okay, can you hear me, Auntie Donna? Let me make sure I'm not on
Yes,
mute.
ma'am. I'm on mute. Let you
Okay.
do your thing. You
See,
sound
see,
good. You sound
you know,
good.
sometimes when I play back, it mutes me. Okay,
Okay.
so this is what happened.
on one second. Can I just give me 1 second, y'all? All the people put CC in the chat. What I do is at the end, I go back and I go through you guys so I can make sure I'm subscribed to the CCs. Okay.
We from
All right. Go ahead,
downstate.
Ghetto.
Hey, listen, man, Max Boogie, take your dusty ass upstate. We from downstate. Ain't nothing you talk about. We ain't worried about nothing you talk about. You want to show some money? Come downstate. Let's have a conversation. Send your man down.
Okay, so
Who is we?
what,
Oh, you caught it too. We. Who
we,
is we?
what we got to do with this? See, he said the only reason is because Max said absolutely nothing about you. Okay, let's go.
Downstate. I'm not doing none of this goofy shit with you goofy ass ladies. I won't be disrespectful. Max, you see me? A day.
You came on disrespectful,
Wait, did
talking
he
about
say she could
this.
see him? The girl could
You
see
can
him
see
any
him
day.
every day. Me
Lord
every
have
day.
mercy,
You
Jesus.
can see me every day. You,
Y'all,
she,
I just
you,
want to say, all men in New Jersey, do not act like these men that y'all are seeing up here. Please, we
you,
got good men here in New Jersey, okay?
you're not being disrespectful, but you said come and see you. You can see him every day. Bring your man and see these men out here talking to women, challenging them physically. Wonder why? Just like Rodney's bitch ass. Bring your mama, bring your sister to me, and then when my husband heard that and nutted up in not nutted, bucked up on him. He oh she got her husband on me and and can't and I have people in law enforcement and I'm gonna report. But you report, did you report that you
We
said
all
that
do.
shit? Yeah, like motherfucker. Child, anyway, see, okay, this ain't about me. Let's finish.
day. Clean. You ain't got cleaned in months. Go clean your stinky cooch. Y'all have a good day.
We don't talk.
Clean. Go clean your stinky cooch. Okay, so what did Max say about him prior to this? Let's go back and see if Max ain't even talking about
Yeah,
this
go back to
Negro.
see what she
Let
said
me
to
see
address
what
what he was writing in the chat.
let me see
Um,
what she let me see what she said to him.
okay,
With
babe.
Copilot
Commercial.
in the Microsoft
To get to fit. So if you
Let
do
me see if
short,
I find
That
anything.
real
oh
quick.
no,
You got a
And
man,
million
you
I
views.
gotta
got a
quit.
million views in less than 3 days
Choreo
off the
said, "Oh
short. If you
no."
need a short, you can message me on Instagram. I will send you a short that'll make your page go viral. So these people won't be running around with
Hold up.
you
Yeah,
told
Max is good at that. She good at the
oh
shorts.
you got your subs from me. No. I got my subs from the universe, bitch, not you.
Yeah, she's real good at the shorts.
If you want a short that's gonna hit some numbers, just let me know. I don't mind. You don't have to pay me. It's not that deep because I didn't pay for the short.
get my views.
Yeah, it does chat, and
Let me see what
customize
Max
it. Like,
talking
let's
about.
say you really
I
customize
don't
it.
hear
Like,
no
let's.
Max.
Hey,
A lot of people don't like it, but yeah,
hey.
a lot of people don't like it, but yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, that's the thing. You have to set it up to a.
I don't hear no
It's
Max.
another little button in there where it say add tag. You can add
Yeah,
tags.
right here.
No, she's
Then at the
helping
end it
her
says
go to
live.
YouTube
Then the bottom
studios.
one says have my
Okay.
subscriptions private.
So
Do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, they over there mad as hell, Miss Hood. They madder than a freako. They like
Because
hell.
people be not telling people shit like people
sharing
like okay, you know how there was
sharing information, not hoarding information, trying to help the Hood Table channel grow. And you mean to tell me that he turned around and threatened her whole channel behind some shit that he just walked himself into
Oh,
talking
Charlie
about
was the
this
one who caught it
media?
first and got them together. Caught that little smart remark because he came up
here
again on Ronnie Q. He came up twice, babe.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody's in my back. Let me let this person up first. Oh, this is Choreo Lover. Uh let me see. She probably don't want me. I don't know what she want. Let me see what she want. Choreo Lover, hey.
it's me. Good morning, Ronnie Q. Good morning, Auntie Donna.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, Chad. I'm late. I'm sorry. um, but what I wanted to add is that right when he got up there, my voice is so deep and everyone was talking. I told him immediately, Max is gone. Ghetto Max is not up here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he just continued on to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when she was telling us about MBK and going to jail, or, whatever she was saying, Ghetto was down in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And because he had been in the chat for a long time, you know, writing his comments down. And I feel personally that because he always talks about how close him and MBK are and they talk and stuff. And I really feel that he called Ghetto to come over so he could, come up on the panel and tell us that. So, you know what I mean? He was like the instigator in all of this. And like I said, as soon as he came up, I told him Max had left and
I'm
he
sorry.
and he immediately went and he doxed where she lived. So that's why Max came up heated. You know what I mean? She came
Right.
up upset. But anyway, that's really
So
all I'm.
he so what I was just trying to see what I see that was happening before MBK came up. I mean after MBK dropped down, Max was giving out helpful information to the Hood Table about things that she can do to, better work her channel and stuff. She was giving out helpful information, which a lot of people usually hoard,
Exactly.
Right,
people find
right.
out something helpful and they usually hoard it.
And her
So
shorts
that
do get a lot of views too. A
so
Yeah.
lot.
so so what I was trying to see is had Max said anything about ghetto prior to him hitting that panel? Because
N-
I don't
n-
see. her. And did she look down in the chat and see him saying something to her and say something to him in the chat from the panel? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, yes,
What
because
did she say?
I really, he was down there. He was angry because
Mm-hmm.
she had said some things. I think this was this before MBK came up, because I think might have told the MBK story about the jail and everything. I
Okay.
think, because
Okay.
if Kiki's up there, she was telling it, and I think Ghetto was down in the chat because he got angry that she was talking about it, and he started
Mm-hmm.
talking stuff to her, and that's when she was looking down from the panel into the chat, and they start going at it, and then she left, and then he popped up and did what he did right here.
Now, so she had MBK stepped up. Was Max? I can't remember if Max was still up when MBK. I just played
Yes,
what
she
MBK
was.
said. Okay,
She
so
was.
that had already he said what he needed to say because it was his story. So why is Ghetto so up in arms about it? First of all,
Oh,
then
he was
he hit.
hot.
So
He was
he
hot.
has hit the panel and explained himself. Now, let's be clear. When upon hearing that, I remember prior to even hearing MBK come up on the panel, I had talked about this story. I said that I have been hearing something to the effect that MBK may not even be a sorority person. I hear that some people are out here reporting. I don't know if it's to be true. I reported it with all my alleges, and I don't know if it's true, but this is what I've been hearing. I reported that myself with all the disclaimers. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes.
And I did not hear from Max, and I could not remember where, if I read it somewhere, if I heard it, that he's faking like he's some sorority guy when actually he did a bid in a
Well,
prison.
and that
That
was
was
part
floating
of.
around in the black sector, but I didn't view it or hear it for
Yeah.
Hmm.
myself. But
Hmm.
the only thing we have to be careful with, y'all, is that these are troll sectors.
Yeah, but
And
that's okay.
wait, 1 minute, baby. And also, when they put out their receipts, you have to do your own research to make sure, and that's for any sector. But you have to do your research to make sure that what they're putting out, if they're showing something that's coming from a credible website, you know that it's true. But if
Yeah.
they're putting out something that they done found and clipped and put together, you have to do your own
Right.
research to make sure it's legit. That's all I'm
Did I
saying.
And
say
that was.
sorority? Did I say
And
sorority
you
fraternities,
did.
not
Yeah.
sorority?
And that was part of what Max was saying as well, was that he was pump faking on the frat stuff, because he was in. She kept saying prison. He said jail. When he came up to explain it, he said jail, but she said he did a bid in prison during the same time he was claiming he was in college, and so
Right.
he couldn't even be in a fraternity. So that was part of it too, because I think he says he's in Kappa Alpha Psi. So that's it. But yeah, that's kind of what she cut out, and I hate that she had to do it, but and what I also came up here to say, when they were going, he called for her, because one would come up and argue, they drop down, the other one would come up and argue. So finally, the last time he came up, he was calling for her. Max, bring your ass up here. Max, come up here. So you know how Max is. She came.
Right.
You
Yeah.
might
Right.
want to pin K Fitz, because K Fit tells all she said was that MBK must have called ghetto, like saying like
That's
guys
all
being on the
I
phone
said.
together.
That's
Uh-huh.
Okay.
all I said. But
So
when
that's. Go ahead.
but when Max came up there and they were going at it, after he called Max to come up there with him, he called for her. She came. She was eating his butt up, left no
Mm-hmm.
crumbs,
Yes,
and he
God,
Mm-hmm.
I
got
hate I
mad.
didn't clip it.
But what she said was, she talked about his teeth. She said, with your something 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 teeth, and that's when he came back with the stinking coochie. All she talked about was his teeth. That's it. She didn't talk under his clothes. She didn't talk about his family. She didn't do any of that. She just talked about his teeth. And he came
Mhm.
back with the stinking coochie comment.
But no, uh, he came with the stinky coochie comment. I think when he first came up, I don't even think. Okay, so I was okay. You're saying before he came up, she had said something about his teeth
No,
because.
when he called for her, because like he would like this time when he talked about her, then when he first came up and said she was from where she was, he talked a little stuff and he dropped down. Well, then Max came up, talked a little stuff. So they did
Mm-mm.
that about 2 times. One would come
Mm-mm.
up and drop
No,
down.
no, 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 no. I just played when he first came up. I just played when he first came up. When he first came up, he said, "Oh, Max, you're from so and so.
Yes,
Come get at me. I'm from East Jersey or whatever,
right.
and
Hmm.
we don't go down there. Come over here." And when he first came up, he said something about her stinking
Yes, he did. He
coochie.
doxed where she lived, but
And
then
he said
Then he
something
ran.
about his her stinky coochie before he stepped down when he
he
very
said it
first. I
twice.
just played it,
Yeah, we.
Choreo Lover.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
I'll play it again. When he first came up,
yeah.
he talked about her stinky coochie. You mean
So
so
he did
I
it
We called her
twice.
Dusty.
He
yeah,
did it
so
twice.
you're right. I was trying to figure out what happened before he came up, and even if it was something before he came up, it was about what MBK had came and corrected while she was on the panel. So
Exactly.
therefore, there was no need for him to come up because
No,
MBK had already handled his business. Now, my whole point of this matter is last night he was saying that he and Max were cool. The only reason, I saw Max around later on in the chat, and she was joking it up with me, and we cool. I don't know that
no,
to be true. I wish Max was here because I
no.
what I heard Max say is that he followed her around all day from every chat she went into talking shit after the hood tables live,
Yeah,
and he followed her around from chat to chat to chat. But last night, this is what Kettle was saying last night, that me and Mac, we go at it, we cool now. I saw her in the chat and we was just messing around and we was like and he also said that the only reason he and Max got into it is because of his correlation and his closeness to MBK. No, the only reason you and Max got into it is because you decided to insert yourself even after MBK cleared up the issue at hand. Then here you come challenging her, talking about where she lives, and come see her and bring your man. You can see me every day, and then talked about her coochie being stinking. So he tried to absolve himself as if Max attacked him because she know that he and MBK are boys. He's a liar, is my whole point.
yeah, that none of that. As a
Max
matter
is
of
down
fact,
in the
I
chat
was
right now, Ronnie Q. Morning,
Max,
my baby
oh good.
Max
Let me get that
Max,
Boogie. And
good.
the
everybody that
link,
done spoke to me, good morning.
Yeah. But
Max, the link is pinned.
yeah,
You're more
let
than
me
welcome. Go
yeah,
ahead.
please come on. What I was gonna say lastly is that I know for a fact he was going around because I was in Coolin's chat later on that evening and he hit the panel and he talked about it. Yeah.
No, 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 Max. Max. He was saying y- later on that day, you guys were in the same chat, and basically y'all had squashed it, and y'all was just like, "Oh, it ain't no big deal." What happened on the hood tables earlier that day, and
Okay,
I understand. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and get down, babe. Did
Thank you for coming up.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, bye bye.
all right. So that's my understanding. So did you guys squash it? Were you guys cool in the later chat? So that is what he was saying last night. Last night, no, he was mad because I said he called him. Okay, but I understand. You're saying that he hit the hood tables panel because come up, Max, please. If you maybe you can't. Maybe you can't come up. Okay, here's the thing. He was saying that after the hood table, you guys had were cool, and it was like no big deal. But the last I remember you saying is that he followed you around, messing with you. Here she is, messing with you on every live after that event happened. Max, is this you?
Hey, Rich Risings, y'all.
Rich Rising, this
Grand,
is you as
yeah,
well.
same to you, sweetheart.
Okay, now
Okay.
what he said? Now you said Ghetto said what? Because Ghetto is they're losing his. I think Ghetto is going through dementia.
Okay, so here's what Ghetto said last night. I'm gonna start from last night because I had this set up to talk about today, and I waited. Okay, so what Ghetto said last night was that the only reason that you and he got into it is because he's cool with NBK. That's not what happened. The reason
No.
you got into it with is because after NBK came up and said that he didn't do a bid, it was done. MBK spoke for himself.
Right,
But
he didn't have to come up.
after that, ghetto intellect came up. Max, where you at? I know where you live in such and such place.
Yeah,
Come
he
at me.
said where I
Come
live.
get to me. Come see me. And you can bring your man. I already played that. I'll play it again. See, so what did you say to him while he was in the chat before
All
he
I
hit
said
the link?
to Miss Hood table is that I said because wasn't nobody that was around. It was some people that deal with MBK. Nobody was around that deal with MBK. Only person that was there that dealt with MBK is Ghetto. So I said you had to call him, you little shit. So he definitely called him, and I don't see what was wrong with me saying that you called him. He got
Max fell off. She may have gotten a phone call or something, and she'll hit the link again. So we're clear that the only thing that Max said was she must have called him. So we saw MBK come up, and I had even reported on that story because that is something that I had recently heard that MBK was lying, and he was may not have been in a fraternity. I said I did not know if it was true, but I had heard MBK act as if he was some big drug kingpin, and that he had gotten arrested. And I was like, well, how did he not do a bid if he was such a big drug kingpin? But he's saying that he didn't go to jail, and some people are saying that he did do a bid in jail, and all that fraternity shit is bullshit. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true or not. So Max is not the only one who heard that. So MBK obviously heard Max repeat that story. Ronnie, did you hear about Roe being in LA and Shaquem stood him up? Okay, yes, I did. But Max is back. Let me make sure this is Max. I'm gonna talk about that, Sassy. I'm gonna stay on this. Okay, Max, is that you?
yeah, this me.
Okay, so what he said last night was that you guys were cool. You saw no, me and Max, we cool. I saw it in
No, we're
another
not.
chat, and we were just joking around like, oh, that shit ain't nothing. So he also said the only reason you got into it was because of his closeness to MBK, and I've already played when he first came up on the panel. You had already stepped down. MBK had already cleared up that he did not do a bid in prison. I was saying that even I had talked about it on my show prior
Mm-hmm.
to that, and because I was like, oh, so that wasn't true. He's clearing it up as I'm listening to him say that on the hood table. So it had been cleared up, and I showed when Ghetto Intellect hit the panel and what he said. So
The
let's
first
play
time. For the
the
first time.
first time, for the first time. So I'm gonna play this again. So Ghetto Intellect is saying, no, it's just my closeness to MBK that had her upset. And I was saying that you were up there giving the hood tables information about growing her channel. But see, a woman helping another woman grow. But then here you have this reckless lion ass in emotional Negro coming up here challenging a woman to a fight. See, this is what these are the fucking derelicts that we're dealing with over here on YouTube. And these motherfuckers making fucking great going through great length to silence a women for helping women, and they say black women ain't shit. Maybe it ain't the black women who ain't shit. Maybe it's a bunch of ain't shit motherfuckers up on this bitch.
Oh
Who's
my.
the ain't shit motherfucker? Okay, let me get to when he hits the panel. Okay, so MBK comes up right here. He does his little thing, and he's not disrespectful. He just says what he has to say, that wasn't true. Okay, Max is still
Yeah.
on the panel. Okay, I'm gonna get to where Max with ghetto intellect comes up. Max is gone from the panel, as you see. Max is no longer. It's just Modney and Corio and Charlie in the hood table is there. Now let me get to where ghetto no intellect. There's Jesus Jugs. Okay, here comes ghetto intellect. His first appearance. Here we go.
All right. Okay, yeah, all the CCs, all the CCs.
Rodney
Put the
gonna get his
CC in the
plug no
chat.
matter what, girl. Who is that?
And if y'all see anybody in here with a CC, feel free to go hit the subscribe button. If you are not,
Okay, so Max is not on the panel. It's Jesus Jaws. Did I say Jesus Jugs? Excuse me. Naturally Lux.
I heard that. I
Jesus.
looked up at my TV
I was
like,
like,
who is Jesus
did I say
Judge?
Jesus
Jesus
God.
Jaws? It's Jesus Jaws. Oh my God. Jesus Jesus Jugs is MU. I mean Jesus Jaws, because naturally Lux Diva is always, telling you to pray. She's like the sister, and I called her Jesus Jugs. Excuse me, Natural Lux Diva, Jesus Jaws, because she's always speaking the goodness of, her
Amen.
jaws is
Yes, she
always
do.
on Jesus.
Ooh,
Okay,
please forgive
so
me for laughing, please.
yeah,
But it was funny. And
when
I
I
didn't want
when
to
I
stop you because you was in the middle of your sentence. But I was looking at my TV because I was looking for somebody with some Jesus jaw,
Jugs,
that was
and I when I
judge.
when I when I got ready to say her name a second time, I was like, did I say Jesus Jugs? Okay, so okay, Max is not on here. He's looking at the camera. He should be able to see the panel and see that Max is not on here. But he's going to acknowledge that Max had stepped down. Yet he's going to continue to go in on Max when this situation has already been talked about, settled. Both of the people are gone. Max is gone. So he inserts himself and tries to play like the only reason me and Max got into an argument is because of my closeness with MBK. No, the reason why you and Max got into an argument because you came up here and did this fuck shit right here. Here we go.
I already subscribed, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back after this live wraps up, as I do usually, and I'm going to
Ghetto
hit
Max
all the
isn't
ones
up here.
Hold
Now,
on.
now you hear her say ghetto Max isn't up here. Okay, here we go.
It's left.
Max,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll go over and catch her live because I don't know which.
Okay.
That,
Hold
that
on one
dusty
second,
chick
y'all.
lives in
Hold on one
Rochester,
second.
New York.
Hold on one second. Can I just give me 1 second, y'all?
Okay, so he knows she's not on here. Okay, well, I'll go over and catch her in her live. Well, bye, bitch. Okay, so why are you talking about where she live? Okay, let's go. I'm a finish.
Can I say
I'm
one
not
more
gonna finish.
thing? Can I say one more thing real
Mhm.
quick? Um, he only repeated stuff that a lot of y'all don't know. But if anybody know Max been docs a long time, and she'll tell you where she live. I go on mute.
But
Address, address and all.
but to see the point of the matter is, see, he
But
tried to play
I
in it.
understand the respect for the Miss Hood Table channel. I understand those are her rules. I understand that. But just for all the rest of y'all out there that might not know, he wasn't really doing nothing. And Max is
But
right here on this panel to tell you. But go ahead, lady.
Yeah,
don't
I
I
been.
tell us.
apologize.
Don't tell us.
No, I
The
don't want her
whole.
to tell you the address and stuff, but
No,
just
no,
But,
that
no.
she
Yeah, I've been doxxed 8 times. So everybody in my sector, I
but
think I was either over here one day. I was talking to Ben Stinker, or I was on Hood Table panel. I think the same day, and we were talking about the Jazz Fest. Thank God we didn't go because they had a mass shooting that day because we were supposed to go together. But I told her my phone number on live. Room Shaker gave everybody my phone number, and they doxed me 8 times. So I mean, I'm not hiding. I'm not Dorothy. He came up here and told everybody where I lived at, like I didn't know where I stayed, like I lost my house and I was trying to find home or something.
but the thing, my whole point in saying any of this is that You may have been doxxed, but there may have been people who knows nothing about this. I know nothing about your doxing. So why is it necessary for him to come up and say anything about where you live? I don't know nothing about you being doxxed. I'm sure I'm not the only person who do not know anything about any of your
He
doxing
wanted to act
information.
tough, like he was doing something real. That's all,
Excuse me,
baby.
Auntie Donna. Excuse me,
Okay,
Auntie
baby.
Donna. So, why are you putting out more? Why are you redoxing and redoxing and redoxing? People feel like just because, oh, she was doxed 2 years ago, 6 months ago. There are people who know none of this information, and you are trying to ensure whoever is in the clouds, is in the audience, whoever who has never dropped down knows this information. Just like we were talking about earlier, different people who be over in the beef sector who don't even know a lot of what's going on. Other content creators in other sectors who are here just watching. We don't know who else is watching. So why are you bringing your black ass out here giving this woman's how where this woman lived, her information, and challenging her to fight you? That's my whole point. All of it is
Yes,
disgusting.
ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else want to say anything before we
No,
continue?
we can continue on. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
All the people who put CC in the chat, what I do is at the end I go back and I go through you guys so I can make sure I'm subscribed to the CCs. Okay.
We from
All right. Go ahead,
downstate.
Ghetto.
Hey, listen, man, Max Boogie, take your dusty ass upstate. We from downstate. Ain't nothing you talk about. We ain't worried about nothing you talk about. You want to show some money? Come downstate. Let's have a conversation. Send
Okay, so who is this we? She didn't say shit to you. Now all of a sudden it's we. But then last night you want to say the reason you got into it with Max is because of your closeness to MBK. No, this is the reason you got into it with Max. MBK and Max was gone, and you brought your bitch ass up here talking about some we shit and come downstate and bring your man, you bitch ass nigga.
Send your man downstate. I'm not doing none of this goofy shit with you goofy ass ladies. I won't be disrespectful. Max, you see me? A day. Clean. You ain't got cleaned in months. Go clean your stinky cooch. Y'all have a good day.
Okay, he's being respectful. See, Choreo Lover, that's when he said it the very first time he hit the panel, talking about go clean your cooch and something that had nothing to do with him that he inserted himself in. And now he's running around trying to say that it was MBK's fault because now he's being a bitch. MBK and I, we talk all the time. I'm going to straighten this out tomorrow. I'm going to straighten this out tomorrow because he had me and Max get into it. No, bitch, you had you and Max get into it, old nigga. Okay, that's all I wanted to share. That's
Facts.
how, because he was trying to pretend like uh, the reason all of this went down was because of MBK, taking no personal responsibility, being a whole ass nigga. Okay, Max, go ahead.
And I just want to say real quick, I noticed that he didn't say come see me. He said you see me clean every day. But yeah, either way.
Day.
Either way, we know what he was trying to say.
But
Either
he
way.
did say, "Come see me and bring your
Yeah.
nigga." He
Yes, he
did say
did.
that.
Yes, he did. But I just wanted to state what I had got mixed up, but it still all applies the same way.
Max, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, but he's playing innocent. He's playing like you got. And I last
Okay,
night he
so
said he even saw you. Okay, go ahead.
after he left here, I'm not sure if he went to they little show. No. He went to Diva. He literally went to Diva. Now he telling Diva that I doxed him or whatever he was saying. He was really going on a tour telling people that I doxed him. I hadn't doxed him yet. Okay, I hadn't doxed you yet, ghetto. All right, okay, because you've been on here lying. Okay, now you talking about a flooring company and all this weird shit. That's your business. You went to Diva's channel, turned your camera on, faced your camera towards your computer at your job. I don't want to say your job because I know your job, buddy, Bucko. You went over there, turned your computer on, and you put your own name in there. You said your own name, and you Googled yourself because she told you if you put your name in there, all you gotta do is put your name in there, and some video gonna pop up of him dancing his address or some shit. I don't know. So he did it. He said his name and he put it. You doxed yourself. So after that, you literally went on a tour and was telling people that I doxed you, I threatened you, and then I never heard him say that I came at them because MBK. Just like I thought he said my coochie was stink when we was up there yelling back and forth together. I didn't even hear him say that. When I heard him say Rochester, I was already back. I was already hunching that link. So since you know where I'm at, pull up, get with me. Like that's what I came up back up there for. So then he goes over to binaries talking about me. I guess MBK had already told him like we not gonna put no light to her name because we don't need nobody going to watch her. That's pretty much because he got that from Bree and Ness. That's he learned that from them. So now he's sitting over there like telling him like no no no. I guess they had already talked prior to like we not gonna talk about her, but he still did it. So now he's going around telling everybody that him and MBK broke up because of me. So my mind, I'm chasing you, chasing me around, and I'm coming right behind you saying you want to fight me over a nigga. Because this is what it's giving. You arguing with me over a nigga. Because you study keep bringing this nigga up when he had nothing to do with. He did not put nothing to your head and tell you to tell me where I stayed, that my coochie stayed. He came up there, said what he had to say to me, and left. He wasn't disrespectful.
But that ghetto
But
was
what
more
about him
in his.
going around now
So
saying, "Oh, sorry,
so
my apologies."
ghetto must be the subservient, docile one in this relationship because he was pissing a hissy fit that you had got against his man's sensibility. You know they call each other that's my man over there. So go ahead, Auntie Donna.
I have a question for Max. Max, so him going around saying that y'all cool, that's his lie trolling because you know that
So
how
we
trolls
was
lie.
somewhere else and he was in the chat. He hit the panel and I jumped up on he hit the panel and he left. So I jumped up there at them. I can't remember what page this was. So when once I noticed that he was trying when he this what he said, he went to Divas and said, yeah, because I you know Max? Do you know Max Diva? Diva was like, yeah, I know Max. He was like, yeah, that girl that got beat up in Rochester. She was like, whoa, I like Max. I like Max. Hold on. He was like, oh, you like her. Oh, okay. Right. Plus years old. I'm riding around.
You going in and out,
You're
babe. You
going in
going in
and
and
out,
out.
Max.
Talking about you looking for
Wait a minute,
somebody.
Max. Wait a minute. Hold up, Max. You went out. Start all over. She said she liked you, and then what happened?
So he okay, you like her, okay, because I'm riding around looking for all her ops. What? In your 50s and teething, you should be looking for your dentists, all your dentists from your past, and try to figure out where did you go wrong that you don't have your teeth at the tender age of 54. Why? Why? That's what you should be
Sucking
doing.
a
The
glass
dentist is
bit.
your ops. So now the dentist definitely your ops ghetto. Now because I still got my teeth, man. I don't think they're gonna be gone by the time I'm 50. I just ate some shit yesterday. My auntie up here from Haiti, my cousins, like yeah, they barbecue some shit that I didn't even know you could barbecue. I seen how it was gooder than a bitch. So I'm just trying to figure out like, huh? What are you talking about? So now he's in the chat and he's like this girl. He's trying to play. He's flipping it. Like, oh, this girl crazy. Like, this chick is angry and she's crazy. So I see him again on another panel. He's on Breeze. He's asking Bree, oh, I need that fight, yo. I need that fight. Okay, so I need that job location. I need it. Let me get that. I need your job location. Because, yeah, at this point, a man that's supposedly in corporate America, I don't think that this is the way we would need a person. We don't need nobody like you representing us. I'm so sorry. And it's not even my shit. This y'all shit. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, yeah. So that's a whole nother panel. Now, last night before the debate, he goes his mark ass over there on cooling. I'm like, this is like my fifth panel I seen you on, ghetto. And he's
Wow.
definitely playing like this, like I'm being playful because now he's getting doxxed over here and over there because you don't know who. That this is just like the street. I don't understand why y'all be like, oh, it's just YouTube. When you go to digging into where I stay, that's my real life because I really stay there in real life. Just like you
Exactly.
feel some type of way about your job, you really work there in real life. That job really helps you furnish your real life. So we not gonna keep playing in my face like I'm slow or I'm just because I talk ratchet fast. And you talk about come down here. You in Jersey. I'm in New York State. You're in New Jersey State. Okay, we in two different states. So knock it off. So stop playing in my face like I don't know what I'm talking about. Doing. You started with me, ghetto. Only thing I said to you is that you called him. You act like I said you did something extra. Or I just attacked you, period. I didn't. All I said was you called him. You could have just said, like you was doing in the chat, I did not call him. And I'm gonna still think in my head that you did. You gonna say what you want, I'm gonna believe what I want. Okay, that's how it goes. That's your brain, this my brain. So he's up there telling Coolin, like, everybody's attacking him because of MBK. So it's like it's like you got pushed on the ground and you grabbed him so he could fall down with you because nobody, I didn't even have a problem with you, ghetto. Like what the fuck is? So when I listened to you go on this tour talking and saying the shit you saying, I said this is something you've been harboring and you just was fishing for a reason to get into it with me because I noticed they're here lately. A lot of you men are been on attack for me. Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of weird. It's giving spooky, but I'm not going back down from no nigga. I don't care who you is.
Well, let me see what they're saying. He went to Cooling the same night it happened as well. Yeah, that's what she just said. That
No,
was
no,
the
no. This
last
was
place.
yesterday. No, the
Oh,
same night as
oh,
it
she's
happened was
saying the
another
same
night.
night as it happened, he went to Cooling as well. Did you know that the same
No,
night it happened, he went to
no.
Cooling?
Mm-mm. And I didn't
Mm.
know that him and MBK had already conversated about it or discussed about it before he went to Binaries on the panel trying to talk about it because Binary had it in his title or something because they fish for content. So
Oh. Let me say something about that. So they were last night. It was some phone calls made about it being in the title, and allegedly, Nut Bucket Cunt didn't want it to be in the title because he didn't want to talk about it anymore. But it was content. Cause I left it in. I wanted to talk about it because hey, it's out here. It's content. So allegedly, it was something about a phone call between Ghetto and Nut Bucket Cunt, and they were trying to not talk about or you when they saw your name in the title, and one of the other of them wanted it out, and the non-binary fella just didn't give a fuck because he doesn't create anything. He absolutely has no opinion. He just sits those two silly assholes up there and let them get their nuts chopped off willingly because they're such attention whores that they'll do anything and don't recognize that it means absolutely nothing to them and the growth of their YouTube channels or experience. Okay, so these two fucking cunt ass niggas is up there willing to do anything that this motherfucking scary ass bitch does, and they will talk about anything that he put in his title like some motherfucking mindless idiots. Okay, so yeah, it was a lot that went on about your name being in the title as well. I
I didn't know
got
that.
from last night. Oh yeah, go listen to Shakimi's live. Yeah,
Right.
that happens on Shakimi's live where Big Sexy was up there trying to figure out a reason how she could get that cool with non-binary, and he was playing her to the left at every turn. Like, bitch, I got what I want from your ass. And she, her and the Miss Oogly up there, we go, yeah, we you that way, and bitch, if he tell you to come back in a heartbeat, and sit that
Even if he asked
motherfucking
her,
big.
he would have to pay me if I was her. I wouldn't even be talking to them if they not
No,
paying me. After y'all
no,
disrespected the fuck out of me, y'all gonna give me some more money. And I'm gonna
no,
flip
no.
this to y'all paying me. Every time y'all come around, y'all gotta pay me. Fuck that. I
They ain't
wouldn't
got
be
to.
entertaining
They
them.
why you pay a bitch when you ain't got to pay a bitch? If they wasn't paying her and they got all that gain off of fat funky no self esteem having bitch. What you gonna pay her? What you gonna pay her for?
I mean, they was
Fuck that
paying her
hoe.
before. Why stop now?
Code is a broke bitch. How he paying somebody?
Well, Shakim was paying her.
Yeah, and Shakim is still over there with her.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
she did accept Shakim.
And he a broke bitch too. And she a greedy bitch. How can and just further fucking over somewhere in my personal opinion is fucking over somebody with a disability. It's just a gross ass pool. A gross ass pool of motherfuckers. That's all I'm saying. Everybody looking for something. Crabs in a barrel. If you ever you saw one, crabs in a motherfucking barrel. And what content are they pushing out? This is what they're pushing out that they call content. A bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, to listen to them talk about what we just saw, it's like all of them do it though. Like they all do it. Like we go to one place and we listen to them talk about what we just saw. We leave there, we go to the next place and we listen to them talk about what we just saw. Like we all saw it. Damn.
Look, the money is slow because there's no more stimulus check pocket popping, and all the income tax money has been spent. So it's a dry spell right about now. Just trust and believe.
Mm.
All that income tax money has been fucked off by these dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, so Ghetto, when he was on Coolins last night, I didn't say nothing. I just sat there and listen to him. So I noticed as I'm listening to him, this is my first time hearing him say they, y'all, they, as if like we, the people, whoever he's into it with, like we are the ones that is mad at him because he taught the MBK or his closeness to MBK, whatever, their relationship, whatever. And that was not my issue with you. I didn't care until you started. The more and more you went around on these tours, I started listening to what you saying. So you feel like, okay, I respect it. You protecting your man. That's your man. So you arguing with me over a man. Interesting. That's how I took it. So that's how I, what I'm saying, processed it in my head. Like, okay, so this must be your hoe because you're literally like arguing. This is something I would do if my nigga was arguing with a bitch.
Right.
I'm gonna run down on you because this my nigga and he's a whole nigga and I'm the
Mm-hmm.
female and I'm gonna do that for my man. Hey View, hey Mr. View. I'm gonna do that for my man. So I just said, okay, I'll leave your little shorty alone, whatever. Boom, he gets over here on coolest and he's trying to act.
You went
Okay,
out,
I had a
Mac.
phone call. Can you hear me?
Okay. I will hear you now.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I listened to him. So then I fell down. He dropped off Cooling panel and I wrote, thank God. And Cooling was like, there go Maxie passed in, thank God. So he never hit Cooling panel. So Cooling, she was just talking, and I was just telling her like I jumped on her panel. I got on her panel and then I started fucking with him. Like, yeah, this how it feels for somebody to be running around trying to get help. Then I skipped a person. He went to pizzas, okay, and asked this lady or she offered him an interview. I'm not sure, but it was some interview conversation going on.
He went on
And
the panel or he was in the chat?
he was in the chat. He was
Oh
on the
shit.
panel and she was in the chat. So he went. I guess this is why I seen them conversating about it. But then somebody told me that they was over at her shit, and they was pretty much talking about doing the interview. So I said something like, I don't know why the fuck you going to interview somebody that I already put in the dirt on several occasions. Like, and but what y'all gonna talk about? How I bodied y'all? Like, what y'all gonna talk about? I'm just confused. So she was like, the interview. Pizza said the interview is not going to be about you. I said, what is going to be about? His breakup? Because that's like the only two things he going through right now.
But is he really going through a breakup? Because why is he talking about they called my wife and I'm leaving? That's
Who
what he said last night.
who called? I think
Ghetto.
he lying. Nobody called his wife, but
Boy,
they.
lie trolling. Mm.
But if he's going through a divorce, why is he? Oh no, I got to leave. They doxed me and they called my wife, and I can't have this, motherfucker. You said you were going through a divorce. You made a whole big to do about you just moved into a new apartment and you're single. You had what?
And
He
you keep
changed his
calling me
name
broke,
to
and I live in a house.
single. He changed his name to single intellect. So what the fuck is this? Oh, they called my wife and I got to leave YouTube.
No, he was been
Okay.
single intellect. His name was been that for a minute. Like it's been that over a month.
Right after the thing with good Uchi.
Yep,
I
right after he
don't
got
I
into
don't
the
know.
mysterious. Yeah.
Yeah, he changed his name to that. So that's been a while.
hmm That was when he wanted his change back from her. I think he gave her like $20, $30 to go get something, and she got it. And he asked her for the change. He's like, "Where my change at?" hmm And then but you calling me broke, and you want change from $30? But okay, okay, ghetto. I won't even bring up MBK out of respect for y'all whatever y'all got. Okay, I didn't know. And even if y'all do got something, what was wrong with me saying you called him? Y'all called each other because y'all got something. You said y'all you didn't want to argue with him online. You said y'all could talk about it behind the scenes and have a discussion. I listened to you say that because you don't want y'all business in the street. I get it. Okay, I like a good, clean, positive relationship too. Positive, private, and all that good shit. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, yeah, why
I
you
don't
so
want,
mad at me? You acting like I knew y'all go together.
I don't want my listen. That good pussy thing, that $30 happened a while ago. It was more than a month ago. Now I'm going to just say how I remember it. How I remember it. He came on and he announced that he was getting a divorce.
Okay,
This is
wait,
how.
Miss Ronnie.
Wait a minute. Let
Wait,
me
wait. I just
finish.
want to. I just you said something. How the hell this lady know that about the mysterious? He had to give that he wanted her to get the change back. How Miss Ronnie know that? He was telling them that I was lying about that too. But go
No,
ahead.
that was definitely an issue because she was like she wasn't giving him no change. She wasn't gonna cash app him no change. I remember that, and I rarely, I may have seen two or three of her videos. I rarely watch her videos, and I know about that. So that is very true. I ain't saying it's true just to back you up. I didn't even know it was no fight about this because that's very true. Okay, but this is how I remember it. So that was months ago. That was a good while ago that happened.
But they've been
Um,
going back and forth. See him and her been
okay, wait a
arguing.
minute. Let me finish. Let me finish though. Um, but what I remember is he came out here and said that he was getting a divorce, and then they brought that goofy bitch on here. Who's Cole's white right hand girl? What was her name? Um, oh, what is the bitch
Stargate.
name? Stargate. And then he was like, "Ooh, I like her." And she cammed up. "Ooh, I like her. Oh, I'm a chat. Oh, ghetto. We gonna have to do for the love of ghetto?" And then it was all this ooh ah him and ha. And that's when I remember him changing his name to Single Intellect. I don't know if he's done that more than once, but that's how I remember it. It was all about that Stargate shit. And how can you be such a goofy ass bitch and figure that this dude says that he trolled you until he got what he wanted out of you and that Stargate is his right hand girl? It has always been said not only by them two that they are each other right hand man, and other people in that sector has said that Stargate is a part of Code Fam, and that's his right hand girl. But then you are so big, sexy, and stupid that you still is entertaining Stargate after this motherfucking and told you you're no more use to him because he didn't use you to the degree that he wanted to. How is Stargate still over there with Big Dummy?
Oh, I don't
Nobody?
know. I don't watch them people, baby. I only watch when they come to the beach sector and when we talk about them. Because I'm
No,
one
he's
that's
no
firm
my
on my shit.
that's
I don't
my
watch them
question.
people. I'm
That's my
sorry.
question.
I
Why
apologize.
is Bree still entertaining Stargate?
I didn't know she
She,
was
oh,
old.
I like Stargate. Oh, Stargate this, Stargate that. Yes, Stargate is still over there being entertained by Big Dummy.
Oh,
And
well,
she knows, and she was told clearly, but she believes fat meat ain't greasy because she believes that she's sexy. She's delusional. She's a
what?
idiot.
Now you
She's a
know that girl
fucking
no fat meat
idiot.
is greasy. And let me stop. I'm not. God, please forgive me. I'm trying to be nice. Go ahead, Ronnie.
They they have more estrogen than the average woman. Anything else? I did I interrupt you, Max? You don't remember it happening that way? I'm just saying
Well,
that's
it
how
probably
I
do
remember.
happen that way because I don't be over. Well, I don't be over here at that much. Like I don't watch Bree that much. I watch. I got my. I got
Right.
my ones that I watch. I can't listen to her. Like I can only listen to it for a few seconds. But I did see Stargate over here still though. Not just at hers. I know her place. I seen her at Ness's. I seen her mingling around.
Hmm.
Wow.
So it's not just her. I mean,
Right.
Stargate's okay. I mean, I don't see the problem. I don't see a problem with her.
I'm just saying the connection and the
Oh, the
correlation
connection.
and the clear cut lines that they said, and that she is his number one. She was his right hand, and how I don't understand it. If my right hand is rotten, I may have to cut off the whole arm because the fucking gangrene may spread. Why just cut off the fingers? If the whole right hand is bad, cut the fucking whole hand off.
Jesus. Like I said the other day about leaving one rotten apple in that damn basket. What's going to happen to our rest? But either way, it's all
Hello.
good. Some people have to
Mhm.
learn from themselves. I learned that, yeah, we're older, we're wiser. We can tell them what's coming down the pipeline, but we can't make them see it. They're gonna have to learn from themselves. But I must say, I've been thoroughly enjoying it.
Yes,
Yes,
it's been entertaining
I
at the
yes,
least.
I've been happy for like this will be fourth or fifth day. Beef sector, y'all have really given it to me. Thank you. Because everything I said on my one of my first videos when it first came, when they first started coming over, yeah, I liked it. The young man, I'm talking about binary. But once I saw him start doing his thing with like when he dissected Lemon and the Mexican breeder, I was like, wait a minute. How
Yeah,
you
that's he.
trying to grow with people? How you trying to grow with people and you using them for content by picking them apart? And then that's when I backed off and it was like, no, I can't get down with
No,
that.
he Auntie Donna. No, he said that he told not Brianna. He told Brina to come back over here and talk to Limit because he was gonna make. He wanted to make them content, and he told
Yes,
Limit
he said
that.
it.
He told Limit. No, he told Limit that on
Yes.
Limit. So that's when I
Okay.
like fell back. Like,
Yeah, I heard
wow.
him say it on his own because he had gave me a mod stick. I was one of the first ones he gave a mod stick from the beef sector, and that's why when I had my video and I explained, I said everything that's coming out right now months ago. When I locked down, excuse me, I know, because I'm not like networking or trying to make my channel grow any kind of way. Uh, I locked down my channel and told my mods that if anybody dropped down in my chat that's not beef sector, black sector, or Mo3 sector that I deal with to block them. Because right now I got trust issues and I don't want to be bothered with no trolls or no trolls that I don't know. I don't want to be bothered with them because they playing dangerous games. And I don't come on YouTube to play games. I come to be entertained, or every now and then I click and make a video to tell the truth about some things that
Uh,
some people are missing.
okay, Auntie Donna,
Yes.
Liz Livos said Mexican breeder. I'm Mexican and I don't have any children. Can you explain to Liz how the term Mexican breeder and who coined that term? Uh,
No, I can't tell her who coined it, but I can
uh,
say I
uh,
call her a breeder because she has so many kids from so many different people, and it's not just her being Mexican. Because if it was a black woman, a Asian woman, or whatever, I would end up calling them an Asian breeder or a black
well,
breeder. It's
okay,
not
well,
just
maybe.
of the Mexican, uh, but I call her a breeder because she's a woman, a mother who is treating her children like dogs do puppies, have them and let them go. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, the first person that I heard use the term Mexican breeder was the non-binary person. So you guys are saying that he encouraged them to get back together after they had that little fallout about her saying that she's from Texas and they use the N word all the time. So you're saying the non-binary
I'm
person?
educated enough to know that she opens her legs to anything. Are you offended because you're Mexican and I'm talking about a Mexican?
No, no, no.
Ma'am. No, I'm talking
I
about in the
was
chat. I'm talking about in the chat, baby. Go ahead. Because I'm getting ready to get dressed to get one of my babies.
not only Mexicans do that. Yeah, but I was trying to get to why
And I said
she
that.
used that term, and I thought that that non-binary guy, he kept on saying the Mexican breeder doxed me, the Mexican breeder doxed me. Um, but it's my understanding that she wasn't even the one who doxed her. That's when I first started hearing the term myself, is because he kept on saying the Mexican breeder doxed me. So that's why I was asking you, could you tell, because you used the term, and I thought that's how you got the term as well. So how I first heard the term was the non-binary guy talking kept repeating, oh, the Mexican breeder. Oh, the Mexican breeder doxed me, just as if he could not stand her. And now you're telling me that he told them to get back together so he can have content. I did not know anything about
Oh,
that.
that was in the beginning. Yes. Yes.
It's a
That was
bunch
in the
of
beginning.
plays and games, a bunch of bullshit plays and games.
Thank you, Beans and Cornbread. If she can call us niggas, I can call her a Mexican breeder. And let's not forget, I am black and Hispanic, and I'm grown and can say and feel how I feel about a person. Just like let me tell you something. I can take it just like I dish it. Thank you. Go ahead, Ronnie Q.
Yeah, so I thought that you had heard the term from him, but I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Max, anything else you want to add to this?
No, that was it as far as ghetto go. He went on the tour. He said he was looking for my ops. He told me I couldn't go in my sector. Um, Everybody hates me in my sector, but I could hit anybody's link in my sector. I just don't because I know they're running plays. I
Been
don't
there,
want
done that.
Yeah, I don't want to sit there and keep watching them do the same shit over and over. So I've been over here in other places watching something else. Even if they running plays, I don't know about it. I don't know what it is. Shit, I'm over here trying to figure it out like the rest of them.
And they are the ones who are revealing the plays that they are running. And it's just ugh. Like, I mean, didn't we have enough plays over here as it is, and now we got more plays, and now they're trying to bring this remix character into this. Oh, and
And Photon and the
and
Photoshop guy.
who's the Photoshop guy? Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I got a little more clarity on what that what's her name
Stargate.
Miss Thangs
I
was
mean,
talking about well, I think that Bree will denounce the B sector and did that little bit about Bree denouncing the B sector because of the people, not the Photoshop guy, other people around him. So now my understanding is these people with the initial that go under these initials who are closely around this, not photo guy, the remix guy. Okay, so now that I understand that the letters are involved because they talked about the people with the letters Y something something people. Oh, do you think I'm a part of this, that, and the other? And then non-binary told her, well, I can see how you would benefit from it. What's the benefit of being around doctors who call your jobs and family? What's the benefit? Non-binary told her last night that he see how Big Sexy could benefit from being around these type of people. So this is the mindset of the people that are trying to
Oh, I
play
need
in the
water.
B sector, trying to tell Big Sexy that her closeness to this remix guy who she can't she gets fascinated in by these people who pay her no attention, who she knows using her, and she's being told by this non-binary guy that she could benefit from being around these people who allegedly are doxers and who call people's job, whoever those people are. It's just a whole fucking full of fucking niggatry going around with these motherfuckers as they try to clip in subscribers from these big dummies. So yeah, that's what's going on in the whole sector. So That's what was stated last night on Shakimi's live. You don't believe me? I cannot believe I am telling you if I'm not gonna play any of it. But these are the things that was talked about by these low vibrational scamming ass motherfuckers.
Um, uh, Ronnie Q, before I go, because I got to get ready for my baby to be here at 11. I got to go run to the store real quick. But I just want to
Hmm.
answer one person's question. Madam Scorpio, I did talk with Lemon. Now, what's going on right now? I have not been over there, and it's not because of Lemon, it's because of the rejects he entertains. So back when first some things first started, I did address him person to person in a Zoom, and we talked about things. He is a grown man who's doing his thing, and I also got a video over there where I addressed a couple of things. So if you know, you can go over there and see if you like, you know, that I have addressed it. But as far as what he's doing and disrespecting people or however he's carrying on right now, I don't know about it because I don't watch. Okay. And Ronnie Q, I think that's all. Max, thank you, babe. You have a good day. Ronnie Q, you have a good day. And everybody in the chat, y'all have a
Always a pleasure.
blessed day.
Always a pleasure having you up, Auntie
Okay.
Donna. Thank you.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
You too.
All right, Max. Max, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm a
So
little
yeah,
high,
that's
but I'm straight.
oh, okay. Okay. Well, you ain't feeling no pain. Okay. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you about because, I when I heard that last night, I was like, "Oh, I know he ain't trying that. I know he ain't trying that." And I was going to play it. We got to talking about politics and everything, and then it slowly turned around to this topic and I was like, "Well, no. I just can't let this sit out here." And this motherfucker, came in guns blazing at you for no reason, and now he's trying to recreate a whole new narrative just out here lying. He's a big liar and I cannot stand liars. So that's why I was playing that clip from Ghetto Intellect, and to refresh everyone's memories. And if it's recorded, you can't get around it. See, this is the beef sector that they want to talk about so much, but the real beef sector people, we go on receipts. We just don't go on narratives that fat funky bitches want to put out here that they sexy. We go on receipts, and bitch, the receipts got to be receipting.
So wait, okay, so you didn't see him over on Brianna's. So was he over there again?
No, this happened on Shakimi's panel last night.
Okay,
What
yeah.
I'm talking about right now happened on Shakimi's panel last night.
And he was over there.
He was over there. That non-binary person was over there, and they were going. And he kept on popping on and on. I gotta call MBK because this is the only reason me and Max got into it. I got to call him. I just called him, and we gonna be over there to talk about it because if MBK did this, I'm really disappointed, and I'm gonna have to separate myself. But not being specific in anything that he was talking about. He was I think he was treading water, trying to figure out a way out. He's a fuck nigga. That's all I can figure out. He's a whole fuck nigga out here. So
So
that's period point blank.
yeah, so he basically on a tour because the next day he went over to binaries and he pretty much was they said he quit. So when I popped back out on YouTube typing somewhere, as soon as I dropped down in the chat, like people like, "Oh, I heard about you today." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So they like, "Oh, MBK and Ghetto pretty much separated. They broke up because of you." And I'm like, "Oh, hell
Who
nah."
said that? Who said
Everywhere
that?
I was going, people were saying that they MBK left the morning show because of you. Yeah, they broke up because of you. So I'm like, hold on, hell nah, hell nah. So maybe that's probably where he getting that from.
Well, I am telling you that is it. That is his story last night, and on Shakimi's, and he was trying to go back and forth, like, oh, well, if MBK did that, because we had a conversation, and yeah, we called each other. We had a conversation when we saw her name in the pot title, and MBK didn't want her name in the title, and I was like, "F it, I'll do commentary on." It was just a whole bunch of bullshit. Him hopping on and off and trying to be like me and Max is cool. We saw each other. It was just a whole bunch of lies he was saying yesterday. And then he had shifted. First he came on as MBK's bitch and protector when there was nothing to bitch about or protect MBK from, and going at you. And then all of a sudden last night, you and him were cool. But if
Nah, he
MBK
just
said a
said
certain thing,
he just said on cooling. So when he was up there, I was in the chat. He came back up there after he dropped down. When I said thank God, he came back up there. So when he came back up there, he was just like because I was like, because he was talking about he got doxxed. So I'm like, why is you? I'm in my mind. I'm thinking, well, in my head, it sounded like he was saying I doxed him. So I'm like, why is you telling these people I doxed you when you told these folks where I stayed at first? So he was like, no, Coolin was like, no, no, no. ZX doxed him and somebody else doxed him. A few people doxed him. So I'm like, okay, what that got to do with me? So she was like, oh, well, they saying that they did it for you. I was like, okay, and
what they got to do with me?
I was
I
like, it's
ain't
just
tell him to.
right. So now he like we don't have he like Max. I don't have no problem with her cooling. This girl is crazy. This girl is crazy. So then when I come up there, he dropped down. He's like, she not gonna let me talk. I'm not because you're lying. You're going on a tour lying. I already seen you requested an interview. All that you're at this time. I had seen he done ask pizza for this interview. So I'm like, yeah, what like, and she dropped down. I think in cooling chat, like I was supposed to stop saying what I was saying.
Okay, so you want to be heard. You want someone to interview you. Who do you go to interview you but an idiot? An idiot like she is going to be able to ask any question. An idiot who don't allow straight men on her channel. So what are you saying? You searched out a woman who doesn't allow straight men to be on her channel, and you know this. So what are you saying, ghetto? Is there a door you want opened up? Is it called a closet door? Because you went to a woman who don't allow straight men on her panel to interview yourself. So what are you saying about yourself, Gato? Is maybe it really is some type of a breakup that you and MBK is having, if not in true, at least in your own head, Gato? You went to a woman that don't allow straight men on her panel and told her you want to do an interview with her. So you
And I don't
understand the parameters of her channel, Ghetto. What do you want to tell us, Ghetto?
I don't want people to think that I'm the reason why him and MVK broke up because no, I don't break people up. I don't do that.
Nobody believes that. That's why I'm speaking on it because when somebody came in my chat and said that they had a big blow up, and I was like, no, I'm going to talk about what I saw last night. Him trying to play, he's full of shit. And maybe he does need to get on somebody's couch because all of this is just bullshit. And I think that it could be a play. They want people to give a fuck about any of this dumb shit, but all of this is bullshit. That's all I'm saying. That is my whole point in even talking about these dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, because he didn't have to come back. He didn't have to come to hood table panel and make a bitch fit and have it make a scene. Like you had a bitch fit and you caused the scene for no reason, all because I said you called him. I didn't say that. Like that offended you that bad that you had to tell these people where I live at.
No, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. He just had to have a moment. He had to be the Shirley Temple of the hour over there on the hood table, with his bald head, bald mouth, and silly ass. So that's it.
And this
I'm
is a
done
prime
talking about
example
this.
of them saying I'm always angry. No, I'm not always angry. Somebody's calling my name and saying some weird shit. Like, well, this girl right here from Rochester. I like, come on, man. Come on. No, you wouldn't be angry if I was up here yelling out where you at. And I would
Yeah,
just
but
say,
see, there's a special type of motherfucker that tries to put your identifying information out as if it's all fun and games, and as if everybody who's on YouTube has dropped down, as if you've never heard of crazy people, but you have these reckless bitch ass motherfuckers who try to put out your information for what? because you're mad, because don't nobody fuck with you, because the
Mm.
what you did on this motherfucking YouTube apparatus has repelled people from you. Well, live with it, bitch. Live with it and quit trying to dox women.
Yeah,
Fucking
and I
bitch
went to
ass
limits, and then a whole
motherfuckers.
nother. I went to limits, and a whole another nigga tried to come over there and dox me. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, so is what they do is dangerous, and it just says so much about these hoe ass niggas, and that's all I got to say about it. Uh, Max, uh, anything else you want to say about this?
No, that was all I had to say. Me and Ghetto did not have a powwow. He didn't have a powwow saying we were cool. So I don't know what made him start that. I just ran into him. I just ran. I didn't catch you. I just ran into you at Coolin. So you was over there. That was the last time I seen Ghetto, and he was giggling, giggling, giggling because I guess he thought what I was saying was funny. I don't know, but I was dead ass serious. You literally was running around here on tour asking people for interviews and yeah, I felt some type of way about that because you're trying to make a scene. You're trying to cause one at least.
Yeah, last night he goes, yeah, last night, I saw Max and we was over there. We were laughing about that shit. And he was like,
No,
oh,
at
that ain't
Divas
no
he was
shit.
mad. When he seen me at Divas, he was mad. This was like the first panel. Diva was the first when he left Miss Hood table panel. Diva was the first place he went to right after Mr. I'm finna walk into work. He went straight over there, right
You
in
mean
the
who is Diva? Who's Diva?
tomboyish.
Wait a minute. I didn't even know they were cool.
Who
Okay.
me either? Because I'm like, yo, this the lady
Okay.
that doxed you. And you
That's yeah. So now he's crying to the hood table. Oh, you let her do that on your channel, and the hood table has to edit her video. And well, she edited her video because she don't allow that on her channel. Okay, so now he goes over to Diva. Okay, so interesting.
And
I fuck that.
that's where he got on his desktop and he started doxing himself on Diva Panel. He started
Okay.
typing his name into the Google search box, and started doxing himself. So that's what was irritating me more with him. Like you literally going around telling people that I doxed you on this lady panel, but you sitting over here in broad daylight and early in the morning, top of the top, guard hours, doxing yourself.
All right. Yeah. So fuck that nigga. I am really exhausted in talking about this goofy motherfucker. But the only reason I broached the subject is because I heard the angle he was going with last night, and I was like, that's bullshit. I'm gonna have to play how this started because he came up there at the MBK, talking about just because you're closest, as if you were mad at him because he's close with MBK. So you attacked him. And I already knew he came up there like a motherfucking fuck nigga to cape for MBK, who had already talked to you about it and you and MBK hadn't argued. But he came up there starting shit with you. And he tried to put the oneness on you when the oneness was on him. So that's the only reason I duly noted that lie that he was telling last night. So
Yep, had to
that's
come
my
up.
whole purpose.
Yeah, he didn't have to come up there. And when
Right.
MBK came and addressed what I was saying, I don't like him, but I'm not gonna lie on the nigga. He was not rude. He did not be disrespectful. He came and defended his name and he left.
Period. And then here come Ghetto with the brouhaha that we played for everybody to see. And I did put earlier before I played Ghetto when you weren't here. I also played what MBK came up there and said, so my audience is aware of what happened, what MBK said, and period. What happened happened. Ghetto's a liar.
For no reason, because it was never that deep, ghetto. Like, just let it go. Let it go. Okay, I'm fighting crime somewhere else now. I moved on to the next case.
All right, Maxwell, thank you for coming up and explaining and making some things clear that I wasn't clear on in other chats that I didn't see. I appreciate you for hitting the link.
No problem. You guys have a good day.
All right,
Bye bye.
you as well. Okay, I want to thank Max Max Boogie for coming up. Auntie Donna. I definitely want to thank Grish for coming up. She kind of got the topic on, got me back on topic of something that I was about to ball up and throw away because it is so exhausting to talk about fuck niggas. Grish got me on got me back to task of something that I had noted last night, had already loaded up the Hood Tables video, but since I didn't see her, I wasn't going to talk about her. I'm going to cash out the Hood Tables. Once again, I'm going to drop the link to that video of the Hood Tables that I played. If you're not a member, oh, one more thing. I want to say, oh, that's StreamYard. I'm sorry. Let me get the Hood Tables link. One more thing that I also want to say about the Hood Table that I found fascinating, that these liars went out and said, okay, let me get the Hood Tables. Okay. I found it so fascinating that these clowns had the absolute gall to say, um, that the ghetto intellect, that particular clown, had the absolute gall to say that it was he and NBK that made made Hood Table channel pop. It wasn't until NBK, oh, was it the non-binary fool who said that? Okay, it was stated by one of the three that it was not until NBK, and I believe the non-binary, so it may have been the non-intellect fool who said that it wasn't until the non-binary and NBK visited the Hood Table that her channel started to pop. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, these motherfuckers. Okay, if you it was some, if you look if you look on the non-binaries channel, at what point did he ever share out the Hood Table? So he tried to project the only reason the Hood Table channel is popping is because of one of them three clowns going over and hitting her panel. Not one time did any of these motherfuckers share her out? Did she pay them for a redirect? But all of a sudden, Hood Table owes the growth of her channel to one of these lion skis bucket motherfuckers. Okay, the nerve. These. This is the type of shit that these motherfuckers are out here touting. Like they are the reason for the growth in the Hood Tables channel. And the growth in the Hood Tables channel is why them bitch motherfuckers came over there fucking with her in the first place. Her own growth. So here come these scuds buckets. Make sure you tell her that, Choreo Lover. Make sure you tell her that. I think it was a non-binary. I never knew who she was until MBK and you guys went over there. I think it was a non-binary person because I took note. I said, I bet you go down his community wall. He ain't shared her out not nan time. So I'm pretty sure it was him because Ghetto don't do shit with his page. MBK ain't got a page, but that was one of the notes in my head. Like how many times you shared her out if you were responsible for the growth of her channel. Sharing her out was one of my lines of demarcation for you to even open your mouth to say you are the reason for her success of her channel is because you guys start hitting her link, and I didn't even know who she was until you guys start hitting her link. You don't know nothing about the beef sector. That's why you know nothing about the beef sector. You want to attribute yourself to anything in the motherfucking beef sector when all you do is take from the beef sector and lie and make up stories. And when you get stories wrong, somebody else said this too. When you get stories wrong, you try to, when you know you're wrong, you don't say, oh, my bad, my mistake. No, you try to word salad your way around it to still pretend like the wrong shit you're saying and uh, reporting like a sports commentator on the beef sector is still right. No, you're wrong about 90% of the shit you say, and you rely on these motherfucking mammy ass holes to correct you and make you feel like, oh yeah, 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 that's what I meant. Even though I said the total, yeah, that's what I meant. Even though I said the total opposite. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you did that DC gate shit. They pulled up in big SUVs and they pulled up on Wiley and VS didn't like Wiley. Well, the people saying I was wrong, but I watched it. I saw what I saw. You fucking such a what do uh Ness say? What did she call them? Nincompoop. You fucking nincompoops. Oh, anyway. So I'm just but hey, whatever. Uh, have at it. Enjoy. You like it, enjoy. And if you like dealing with that, enjoy yourselves. Oh, I have no problem with them. I really have no problem. They give a different aspect. They give a different aspect about some shit they wrong about. But I have no problem. Fuck that shit. Oh, whatever. Do you? Okay. Um enjoy. Okay. Right until the wheels fall off, and it seems like they are falling off at their own demise. But whatever, enjoy. Okay, so thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate you for being here. Thumbs up the video, please. Um, $ Ronnie Q is my cash app. I do have membership available for those who would like to. Uh, See something, I'm going to do a membership live this weekend. You're more than welcome to join the membership. I hate that I got so disgusted. Just talking about these fucking clowns. It's just really disgusting. Oh, and we've been giving our marching orders by the B Sector 2.0 that we shouldn't talk about them as they have come over here and know nothing about the B sector and think that the B sector is their content. Lord forbid that you talk about these bumbling idiots, because the more you talk about them, the more you figure out what fuckholes they really are. But that's for the viewer to decide, not for me. But I hope you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. UNC, will we be seeing hoes with heart? UNC girls. All right. It seems like you should be next on the docket for the fuck boys to come visit. I hope your doors are wide open, and I will you be opening your doors this weekend. UNC girls, will we see hoes with heart? I don't think so. That's not a no though. That's just a thought. So who knows? Okay. Why are they stealing the name of the beef sector? Okay, if you're beef sector 2.0, you're not beef sector, because beef sector is beef sector. Beef sector 2.0 is not the beef sector. So beef sector 2.0. But understand this. That's not beef sector, bitch. See, the only reason you had to add something on to beef sector is because you can't be beef sector holes. All right, so exactly. They're not welcomed. Okay, exactly. So be beef sector 2.0 because you'll never be beef sector. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. If you join, join, subscribe, $ Ronnie Q. Did I talk about everything that I wanted to talk about? I did talk about, yes, I did. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have for today. All right. James, are they beef sector? Let me see. Let me see if James thinks they're beef sector. Let me see what he has to say. James, they think they're beef sector 2.0. Okay, James don't care that they're beef sector 2.0. He's like, so what? They ain't beef sector. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the YouTube streets, most likely sometime later on today. All right. God bless you, and we're out of here. Let me see. Okay, I got my song ready. All right, bye bye.